Milk Crate Marauder.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you, Mother Dear? How dare you, Mother Dear? You never turned a saint in your life.
How dare you? Jackie, new rape joke page, Martling. Congratulations on your 78-minute CD or cassette. Now, this Wednesday, the wildest night of the year. That's tonight. Sorry, tonight. Jackie wants to open up your Thanksgiving weekend with comedy and laugh. How dare you?
You can't take away my dignity. You can't take away. I'm doing a tribute.
You're doing a tribute to Fat Cooper tonight?
It's called Who Told You That, starring Jackie Jokeman Martling.
With Jake Thomas on keyboards.
That's right.
That's right. The musical accompaniment.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you, Mother Dear?
You take away my dignity. You can't take away my dignity.
Jackie's tribute to Pat Cooper tonight at Rascals Comedy Club.
I'm really thinking Pat could be a great play.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah, I'm thinking of transcribing it and turning it into a play.
This is Broadway.
Congratulations on your success, Jackie.
Thank you.
All right. Anything that's not a strip club is a success in his book. All right. Very nice.
He's a peddler.
So let's get back to the tapes. So now we're still with Pat, and Pat now, we're tracking him, and Stuttering John, who is a brave man, goes in with Pat and listens to what else is on Pat's mind.
This is while he's still waiting to do the show.
Right.
Okay.
This is tape 2?
Yep.
I told Gary, don't set me up.
Why do you think he's saying no?
Because that's the show. This is Sweeps Month. Let's get Pat Cooper and rape him.
He doesn't understand radio doesn't have a sweeps month.
Yeah, he's thinking Nielsen.
I know.
Well, John addresses that.
Do we even have sweeps on
Yeah,
camera?
it's Sweeps Month. November is Sweeps Month.
No, I think that's only for
I mean, how long can you talk about tits and asses, tits and asses, tits and asses, vaginas, vaginas, tits and asses? What happened? We're getting boring. Get Cooper in here. Let's get Cooper for a nervous breakdown. What? He'll give us a good show. Then we can repeat it for the rest of our life. Well, why didn't he invite me to the E channel when he was on the first time? When I was his great friend.
Here I am inviting him.
I told you this was a whole deal to do with E and these cameras in here. Now you have to call because you never called him for that other show.
But why would I be calling him for this show?
Because you have E cameras.
But I had... Yeah, right. So, isn't that a compliment?
No.
Wait.
I don't understand.
Go further, because Robert appears to understand it.
Yeah, right. Explain.
You didn't call him for the E show where you called and booked guests.
Oh, I see. So weren't we calling him for this E show?
Now he has not come in. He refused to come into the radio show because the E cameras were here, and you'd better call him because you have a television show.
Oh. Gee, you might be a little bit psycho.
She's as wacky.
She's as wacky as him. I'm telling you. I think there's something wrong when you start understanding this.
She was on to something, but she went astray. I think the thing about the last E show, you didn't have to have a hook to come on. You just had them on because they were personalities.
Right.
And yet we didn't have them on here until all of a sudden you screwed up.
I only did 20 shows, and quite frankly, Pat wasn't one. In fact, you want to know the truth? Maybe I shouldn't even say this on the air.
Sure you should.
Well, I asked them to book Pat, and they said that, hey, this is not, you got to get established first, and then we'll have guys on like Pat. We're going to try and get some names on and stuff. I said, okay, so let's do some people first, and we'll see where it goes. And quite frankly, I figured I had to do one season of this. We'll see how it goes. And then when I started this show, I said, well, let's get Pat in here.
Well,
but Pat,
that was the whole point. I was not a straight because that's one of the things he addressed in the phone call was that he has not come on this show since these E cameras are in here.
Look,
you better call him.
Here is the bottom line on Pat. There's a whole lot of shows not calling Pat.
Oh, that's true.
As far as I could tell, when we started booking Pat, there were a whole bunch of shows not putting Pat on.
No shows ever put Pat on.
Okay, whatever. There was some shows, but there was a whole lot of shows. Yeah, the Barry Gray on WMCA. I mean, listen, some shows put him on. I put him on because I'm a fan. I don't care whether he's a box office or not. I put him on. I can't put him on every show I do. I can't have him on every day.
You gotta go for him. You gotta go that extra mile. Yeah, he's your friend, and you say he's such a great guest. Yeah. How come he's not good enough for E?
Well, maybe he's not, but maybe he's good for other shows. Everybody has their own little niche.
You can't explain that.
No, you can't. Listen, I try to promote Pat Cooper's. Pat, my radio show reaches millions and millions more people than the E channel ever reached. I invite you on here anytime you want to be here. All you got to do is tell me you're in town.
But when these cameras came in here, that was the end of him in this radio show.
Right, there you go.
But you know what, Howard, I'll say something about Pat, too. You were saying that people on the internet were writing, who's Pat Cooper?
Right.
Pat has had a great career. I would not, he'll have he had a career before us,
right,
and he'll have one after us. But there are a large group of people who know Pat Cooper as that guy that's on the Howard Stern show all the time. Of course.
No, listen, there was a whole new audience, and Pat would be the first to admit it, that picked up on Pat Cooper because he came on our show. 18 to 25-year-olds don't know who Pat Cooper is. They just don't know. But I didn't care. Even though we have a huge 18 to 25-year-old audience, I said, well, let's turn them on to Pat. But, hey, you burn a bridge. Keep burning the bridges, pal. You want to burn them.
He's never learned in his 60 years. He can't burn those bridges.
I can't be nicer to somebody. I don't know how to be nicer to any human being that I've been to Pat Cooper.
You can't be nice to Pat.
I've said that the guy's like a second father to me. How much nicer can you be? But
well, if you're a second father to Pat, then I can understand why he left you.
That's right, because I'm like his son.
When he had Tom Jones, a bore.
Well, I wasn't even on that show.
I don't care. That's you, then you have to fight for your rights. But in the book, you said I'm a very funny guy, and I'm a this and this.
So in the book, I said he's a funny guy. Now he's mad at that.
Who gives a?
Who gives a? And what do you say, Tom Jones is a bore?
A bore.
Tom Jones is a bore!
Tom Jones hasn't done this show with
No, he was on my E interview show.
And you know what? I had missed that when I was
He
listening.
must watch everything I do.
But I had missed that when I was listening to the tape yesterday. Now I see the thread.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Jones, Richard Lewis, Chuck Norris, all E-show guests.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Oh, man, I didn't even remember those guys were on. Very good.
I truly believe you think so, man.
I don't think he don't think so. But don't play with me. Don't use sandpaper on me. You can't do that to me. I don't allow you to do that to me. I'm too smart for this man. I don't need stardom and like he wants more. How much can you have? I made it for my sole satisfaction. I didn't ask him to give me his phone number, his aunt's number, his uncle's number. I didn't socialize with him. I respected his man's privacy, and I consider myself a friend. I came in, he hugged every one of them. I agree with this man and disagree with him.
You are a friend, though, Pat. That's
no. I mean, if I was Chuck Norris. Wow, Chuck, come on, Chuck. Hey, come on.
Oh, that's right. Chuck was to my house.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he remembers everything.
I even said that with the first phone call. That you never invited him to your house.
Yeah, I guess I got to entertain everybody who's on the show. Oh,
yeah,
man.
isn't it what you do? You have everybody over.
You
Right?
put him to scores.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't get the joke. Chuck Norris is an international star who wanted to come to my house for dinner. It's funny. It's for a goof. I don't have people out to my house for dinner.
But Chuck asked you. Chuck asked you, could I come to dinner at your house? You didn't say, hey, Chuck.
But what's the point? Listen.
What is the difference?
I don't owe every guest a dinner.
He was there because he had a young, gorgeous wife.
Oh, please. Jackie, you don't have to explain to me. This guy.
Doesn't matter. We're dealing with Pat's head.
But look at what is in Pat's head. This is what I'm saying. You're going to tell me the guy doesn't harbor resentment toward me? Look at what's floating in his head about me. Who would even remember that Chuck Norris was over my house? I don't even remember it.
It's not a resentment in the way that you think. It's a resentment of your not respecting him and thinking of him as Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris
Tom Jones
has to call this show.
Richard Lewis.
Chuck Norris has to call this show and get booked. Richard Lewis, how many times have we told him not to come in? I mean, Pat's the only one with open door policy, and I don't respect him.
Come on, Chuck. Come on over to the house, Chuck. We love you, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck Norris. But if Chuck Norris will tell you to your face, if Howard Stern wasn't Howard Stern, you know what Chuck said? He'd be breaking more with his hands. You don't put me in B company.
You're not B company.
I'm B company.
Oh.
Now, you don't tell me Sam Kinison is a drug addict and an ass. Was only funny when he drank drugs and said, took that crap. That's his idol. I'm a decent human being.
What is this? Sam's my idol?
I don't know how he got to be young. You don't have any idols. You like Sam as a guest.
Sam was a great guest, the same way Pat is.
But he was only funny when he drank drugs.
What is going down here?
But I'm not his idol. I don't want to be an idol. That's what bothers me.
He thinks you're hysterical.
I don't care what he thinks. But he ain't gonna nail me.
Just said he cared.
He does care. He cares ultimately what you think.
You know what? It's like somebody took a whole pile of facts, put them in Pat's head, and then shook it like
I know.
And they don't relate at all, but they all have a trail in his
They're all
mind.
in there.
Yeah.
That's what bothers.
If I see three guys in there, I take off. I don't want no part of it. I don't want no part of it. Because I tell you, his mother, his father, his wife will tell you I'm a gentleman.
Of course you are.
No, he's trying to get me riled. I'm riled now. I was riled when he called me last week. Oh, let's get Pat Cooper. Now we got a hook. What's the hook? Well, we get Pat Cooper now, and we get these three guys, and we'll bury him. You can't bury him. I'm too smart for the tree.
No sense of humor.
But who said he had to be buried? How could these three people bury Pat?
Has a sense of humor about a lot of things, but not about himself. Three people accused him of bad-mouthing me. He can't confront them?
But the point is, Pat takes on everybody. People in show business, other comedians. He can't deal with 3 people off the street.
Could be guilty conscience.
Bury me.
Guilty of their own shit.
Guilty of their own shit.
Can't bury me. I'm too smart for that.
But why wouldn't you see the humor in it as well? You see the humor in other things.
For Howard Stern. One-on-one common sense, I'll take your boss on. Let's see where it's going. Let's see who's smart, who he adores, who he loves.
That's the other thing, too.
Competition with you.
I know. He wants to.
I'm smarter than this man. He's an educated man, but I got more common sense.
Well, you know what that is. How come how come Howard's so damn popular? I'm smarter than him. I'm more educated.
I'm more talented.
Hey, everyone in my high school was smarter than me, but I did better than all of them.
I respect this man, but he's not me.
But that goes back to
maybe Pat's too smart.
That goes back to that whole thing that he was ranting about before. TNA. That's all he is.
Right. That's all I am.
Vaginas. And then that gets old real fast, and you got to bring in Cooper, because Cooper will have a breakdown and give him the show that they want.
Without tits and ass, he's out of the business. You remember that. Without tits and ass, he's finished. Me, I'll never be finished. I'm still going. I still bring crowds where I work, and I'm a gentleman.
So how you doing? Where you appearing next, Pat?
I just closed the Plaza, Trump Plaza, sold out every night. I don't come on strong, I'm a big deal. Sold out every night. Monday.
You still there?
You know, I finished. You cannot get in the room.
Should let us know, man.
You can't get in the room. No. But I don't go out, so I'm not going to get caught my press. I just saw that.
The only time that I saw you was out when me and you had that appearance. It's the only time. That was like, what, like 3-4 years ago?
Okay.
Benny Masiello Jr.
I do my number, I go home, pay my bills, and that's it. I don't ask him to do me nothing. I don't ask him to publicize me. He put my name in the book. I was so flattered. Very funny man.
Yeah.
No, I was so flattered. Richard Lewis got mad because he didn't say he was a very funny man. And Richard Lewis got more success than I. Instead of being thankful, Richard Lewis greedy. He wants it all. I give them this. Richard Lewis should learn manners. He should say, thank you, Howard, for mentioning it. But no, Richard Lewis thinks he's an icon, and he's not. And he's a funny guy on his terms. He's not funnier than me. He told Jackie Mason he was the funniest guy in the world 3 months before he told me. Remember Howard Stern? And the last time I was on a show, I said, Howard, let me ask you a question. You told Jackie Mason he's the funniest guy in the world, you hypocrite. You told me that 3 months ago. Who's the funniest guy in the world?
I never told him he was the funniest guy in the world.
I don't know. We'd have to go back and check tape.
But the funniest guy in the world's the guy that's sitting there.
So,
Maybe on that.
but even still, if I say in the book, Pat is a very, very funny man, great guest, only guest, open door policy. If I say that on the radio, it's not good enough.
Yeah, but
Richard Lewis, as Jackie says, it's like, Pat Cooper's the funniest man on earth. He says, he's not on Mars. He didn't say it. He never said it about Mars.
Something. You know what? I was going along with this. It's all fun and games, and Pat's okay, and this is really all his. But when he starts going on without tits and ass, you're over.
Oh, wait a second. What did you say?
Oops.
Oh my God!
What are you doing? You better relax.
I totally am gone.
Wow.
No, we're not allowed to.
Myself
By the way, other radio shows are allowed to say that.
know.
We are not.
Should we teach Robin those 7 words?
No. But other radio shows use that.
I was emotional for a moment there. I'm sorry.
No, Pat really does seem to be on fire.
Not only on fire. That's a wrong thing to say, because now
That
he's
all this show is
attacking your talent.
He's saying all this show is TNA.
Right. He's attacking your talent, and that's when you get on my bad side.
Right.
Now you've done it.
That's it. Pat had to take, Pat's saying he's mad at me. He's angry.
Yeah.
Well, all Howard is vagina jokes, and that's why he's popular. And
Without that, it's nothing, because I'm a contributor.
He's over. He's over without that.
Yeah.
Pat will go on forever.
Right. Well, I'm over.
Because I'm a gentleman.
But I still became bigger than you.
That's all right, Pat.
That's it.
I'm a gentleman.
So bring me in and play it over and over and over and over and over.
Oh, boy. They always go too far.
You know why Jackie's good at doing a Pat Cooper impression?
Because I'm as angry as...
Because he goes home and says the same things about me.
He knows this.
That's right.
He's done this routine.
Pat is right. We haven't talked about vagina all day today. Maybe we should get into some, maybe in the 9 o'clock hour.
You know what? The other thing he said was you get a tape of Pat, you use it over and over again. He's right.
He's right about that.
As we're doing
We're doing it.
He kept going like this here to me. But don't go like that to me. It's war. I'll take you on. I'll take Mason on. Let's see who's got balls. Then at the end of the show, and it's on tape, he said, Pat, you're the funniest man in the world. Because I had him crying in there. Because I'm not. I don't want to be great. I don't want to be great no more. You know what greatness does for you? I did 3 Letterman shows. Haven't heard them yet. Haven't heard from them more.
Come on in.
Understand?
Mm-hmm. All right, go in. I'll see you, man.
Okay. And then Pat came in. Pat came in. You heard that already. We played that for you.
And then this is 42 seconds of Jackie, Pat, and I at the elevator.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And really, all the jokes aside, Jackie and I discussed this yesterday. Really, the most upset I've ever seen a human being, even fighting with my wife.
Okay, let me set this up. So Pat leaves here.
Right.
Jackie, the great,
Well, I follow first.
Jackie, the great spokesperson, Ambassador Jackie Martling.
I follow.
Jackie, off his last ambassadorial greatness, was of course negotiating the Patty Davis-Reagan truce.
Well, I was going to say, come back. You know how you guineas get?
Oh, jeez.
Come on, you know.
What's that, Jackie Buffett?
I'm a diplomat.
Ambassador.
You know how hot-headed you dagos are? Come on.
Anyway.
No, what I was going to say is Jackie is out for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, well, Jackie was all upset after he insulted Patty Davis-Reagan.
I love Pat, and I thought maybe I could help. I really
so
did.
Jackie, when you help, it always hurts.
I'll tell you, he loved him because he was screaming at you.
Jackie was like, hey, I feel the same way. Come back.
He went out to commiserate.
Oh, angry Pat, come on.
Anyway,
go, Pat, go.
So Jackie and Gary ran out to see Pat. Pat was at the elevator. And you said he was yelling while the elevator doors were closing.
Yeah, well, he was yelling. There was rage in his. It was like his eyes were like touching the glass.
There was the camera and me and Gary and maybe a few other people standing about maybe 10 feet from Pat, and there was like a glow around him.
All right, let me hear this.
We weren't that close to him. He couldn't get close. It was like a tiger.
Let's hear this.
Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Yeah, fuck you. Come on, Pat. Don't call me no more. Pat, don't leave. I don't want to come on the show. Just do it, Pat. Okay. Pat, just take a deep breath and come back. Come on. I can't. I'm fucking bundling nerves, Larry. Well, you know he's kidding around. I don't want to be kidding. Come on. No more, Jackie. Mind your business.
We love you.
I don't want to be loved no more. Fuck all you guys who love me. Meanwhile, I'm the cocksucker. He's all turn around, push him aside when you need a fucking man. I don't want to be loved no more, Jackie.
Did you hear what they did to me?
I don't want to be fucking loved no more. I don't want to be loved no more.
Did you hear what they did to me?
Don't fucking love me. That's your bills. You get 90,000. You have to take that shit. I don't have to take that shit.
I'll tell you.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Client, the Honorable Henry T. Fleming should go right to fucking jail. Son of a bitch is guilty. That man is guilty. That man there. That man is a slime. He is a slime. If he's allowed to go free, then something really wrong is going on.
When you are out of order.
You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They're out of order. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. Hey, Frank, you want to make a deal? I got an insane judge who likes to beat the shit out of women. What do you want to give me, Frank? 3 weeks probation? You son of a bitch, you! You're supposed to stand for something. You're supposed to protect people, but instead you fucking murder them. You killed McCullough. You killed him. Hold it. Hold it. I just completed my opening statement.
The great Al Pacino.
Doing Pat Cooper.
Yeah.
You're out of order.
I don't want to be loved no more. I don't want to be loved no more, Jackie. Get away from me.
Mind your business.
Mind your business, Jackie. No more.
Jackie.
No more.
Imagine Jackie.
No more.
Ambassador
No
Jackie.
more.
You know what? It was easier to negotiate the peace between the PLO and Israel.
Yes.
Poor Jackie.
You know what was funny? Because
Pat, I would like to negotiate the peace.
he turned to Gary and he said, "No, Larry, get away from
Larry. No, Larry.
No, in the other
He called you Larry.
It was fire.
That is great.
Tears and
When
fire,
Scott
Howard.
Einziger was talking to him, he called him Barry Galabate at one point.
I love Pat.
Sam Kinison. He put Barry Galabate in there because you got to take that from him.
He was the definition of seeing red. Yeah, he really was.
Pat, don't leave. I don't want to come on the show. Just do it, Pat. Okay. Pat, just take a deep breath and come back. Come on. I can't. I'm fucking bundling nerves, Larry. Well, you know he's
Larry.
Come on.
I love when he calls everyone the wrong name.
I think you said Mary.
Larry. Whatever.
Mary.
No more, Mary.
How could you be mad at him?
Lackey. Mind your business, lackey joke man. No more.
You got to get him back on the show.
I would love to.
That's your job. If you don't get Pat back on, you're fired.
Why don't you call him?
I'm not coming on your show.
Why don't we call Pat?
Larry.
Let's take a break and call Pat.
Yeah, let's try.
Let's ask if he's thought this through.
Like me call him from outside, or like we call him live on the air?
I'll call him live on the air because you obviously can't handle
He
it.
needs to hear from you, actually.
Right,
so
right,
that's
right.
true.
No
maybe
more
he
of
thinks
this
this
Larry's.
Maybe he thinks this is funny.
No more.
I doubt
Truth
it.
is, you love him. We all love him. You'd never.
I don't want to
Tired of
be
being
loved.
loved. I don't want to be loved no more.
He never really had. He really doesn't have a lot of common sense.
Not
though.
only do I love Pat,
He's got to really be shown common sense here. He's not thinking clearly.
not only do I love Pat,
That's why I don't hold it against
I
him.
respect him.
There you go.
I do. I really do.
No, Larry, I'm a bunch
No,
of
you don't,
nerds.
Larry.
You know why I respect? You know why I respect Pat?
Shut up, Larry.
No, you know what he does?
safer that way.
He's giving money back. You know when he tells those stories?
Right.
Somebody irritates him and say, "Hey, I don't think you did a good show tonight." Pat takes the money and gives it back. No one in the world does
There
that.
you go.
No, Larry, I'm a
got a
bundle
word
of
for that.
nerds. No more.
No more! No more! No more, Jackie. Mind your business.
We love you.
I don't want to be loved no more. Fuck all you guys who love me. Meanwhile, I'm the cocksucker. He's all turn around, push him aside when you need a fucking man. I don't want to be loved no more, Jackie. I don't want to be fucking loved no more.
That sounds like Abbott and Costello. I don't want to be
You
loved.
just push him aside. I don't want to be loved no more. I don't want to be loved no more. I told you not to be stupid.
Do you think he's sitting at home watching old movies?
I don't know. He sounded like Abbott and Costello.
Mind your business, joke man. I don't want to be loved no more. I don't want to be loved no more. Hey, Bass, you got those 3 guys in there set me up. You can't do that because I get dignity. I get dignity.
I don't want to be loved no more. Don't fucking love me. That's your bills. You get 90,000. If you have to take that shit.
Jackie, all you get is 90,000. No wonder you're complaining.
And you have to take that crap.
There you
Boy,
go.
oh boy.
I didn't think it was time to negotiate salaries.
90,000.
I don't have to take that shit.
This is as the doors are closed.
And the door, what happened? The doors just closed right in?
The beep is the sound of the elevator doors closing.
He finished
We're
his
all
opening
scared
statement.
to get in. We're all scared. It's like,
That must have made for a great shot. As the camera's on him, the elevator door's just closing. He's still yelling.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, the poor baby, and he was in there all by himself.
oh yeah, you get in.
Jackie would go in with him.
That was the decision, Howard, because he was in there for a few seconds just before the doors closed. And I had to make the decision because there was nobody else getting in because I was there and everybody else was over there. Had I got in, it would have been just me and him. And
I like that. My favorite part is when he starts yelling about Richard Lewis.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
But I'm funnier than him.
On his turn.
He's bigger than me.
He should be grateful. Instead, he's greedy.
Right. Yeah. Richard Lewis was greedy because he didn't like what I said about him in the book enough. We got to call him next.
Yeah, let's try.
Well, I'll straighten this out.
Let's
try and straighten it out.
Uh-huh.
Well, this should be interesting.
oh boy.
Well, you get him on the line.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, you gotta talk to him.
Okay, ready? Put.
I don't want to deal with this.
You're afraid.
Of course. What did you be?
I'm going to let the phone ring.
You confronted him face to face.
I'll confront him.
I'm going to let the phone ring.
I got to talk common sense, though. I don't think he's had the guidance in
Even if
his
you get his
life.
answering machine, because you know he's sitting there listening.
By the way,
to it. Please try to make sense to him.
Last time I called Pat, he was doing like a minstrel thing on his answering machine.
What?
I swear to God.
Good. I want to hear that.
He was doing Amos and Andy on his answering machine.
Hello, Dad.
He's not picking up.
You think he'll just let it ring?
Cooper and Weiss are here. Leave messages, please.
All right, leave a message. Pat? Is there a beep yet? I didn't hear a beep, but maybe it beeped already.
Yeah.
Pat, it's Howard. Pick up. Come on, we're on the air. Come on, pick up.
Come on, Pat.
Pat.
Pat, we'd all like to talk to you.
We love you, Pat.
Come on, Pat. Yeah, I know you're there. Pick up the phone.
Where else could you be at this time of the morning?
At the meat market.
What are you saying, Pat? Couldn't be somewhere? What are you saying?
Oh, no. What are you saying? I'm not going to pick up. I'm not going to pick up. I'm not going to pick up. Cooper knows because Cooper understands.
Pat, this has nothing to do with sweeps.
No.
I swear, Pat, even if it wasn't sweeps. Come on, man. Pick up. Pick up.
I am the genius of myself.
Pat.
Go ahead, Gary. You talk to Pat.
Pat, you know that we think you're one of the greatest guests we've ever had on the show. Howard likes you. He loves you, and he really does respect you. You didn't even get a chance to let him show that.
Trying to take away your dignity.
Pat might be at the post office bad-mouthing me.
They don't know. Oh, they're open. You're right. They just opened.
What, I can't be someplace? I didn't work late? I don't work?
You don't have to get up at 6 for this.
Shut up, you lackey.
Come on. Pat, please come on, and we'll tell everyone you're going to be a Club Benet.
Oh, don't. I'm not a peddler.
Come on, Pat.
I think he's, you know,
You don't want, all right, you want to be like this? All right.
He's through with us.
All
Don't
right, I'll consider it done then.
Don't be through with us.
Don't stare at the phone.
All right.
If Howard's dead to you, I hope that I'm not. Maybe you can call me in the office.
No, forget it.
Wait a minute.
At breakfast, Howard.
Maybe he's not there.
All right, whatever. I won't think the worst.
If I guest.
You call us back because we called you.
Come on, Pat, you're an A guest.
We want to book you on the show again.
Because you're an A guest.
We're asking.
If there was something better than A, we'd put you in it.
You're A+.
You're A+.
We're calling, Pat.
You are an A+ guest. You are the best.
I don't want to be the best. I'm tired of being the best. I don't want to be loved no more.
All right, Pat, thank you.
No more.
Hello?
Defend your dignity.
I heard somebody pick up. I just could have sworn I heard.
You hear like the cradling of a phone?
I heard someone pick up.
Pat, are you there?
Pat.
Don't do this to us.
Hello.
Yes, is that you, Pat?
Leave me alone. What, did you run out of tape?
What is with Pat's machine? Does it just stay on?
I guess he gives you an unlimited amount of time to talk.
I wonder if we're even on the machine.
Yeah. You want to try it again? Because I didn't hear the beep.
Yeah, but you know why you didn't hear? Because I have to be in queue, and then I had to...
You think we made it, though? We're on the tape.
Yeah, no, we're on the tape now.
Yeah, my machine's unlimited, too. Big mistake.
Really?
Because people leave really long messages.
Jessica Hahn.
All right, I guess Pat's not...
Come on, Pat.
He really could legitimately be gone.
All right.
He runs errands in the morning. I know.
Does he?
He gets up early.
That's what a lot of people say. He's out early in the morning at these various post offices and supermarkets.
Screaming
about it. Come on, man. Get a sense of humor about it, Pat. It's funny.
Do your rap about how he's got to have a sense of humor about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. If people call me and say you're bad, I mean, that's funny. I want to hear about it. There's nothing wrong with you. You've never been afraid to confront situations.
There's nothing wrong with a hook, Pat.
Yeah, hooks are fine.
That's fine.
And we've had you on a million times when we didn't have a hook.
And explain the thing about always asking him to come in whenever he wants.
Yeah, well, I've explained this to him 100 times. But
I don't think he heard you. He's yelling too loud.
Pat, there is no one that I say to come in any time and actually mean it, except for you. And I've invited you on this show by saying...
No more message time.
No more.
The machine.
No more.
Now hang up.
Oh.
Now hang... It's an angry machine.
Machine
Hang up.
No.
Now hang up, you bastard.
Hang up. Hang up. Hang up. It's over. No more. No more. No more, mother dear.
Ay.
Well,
you know, we have had a lot of requests for Pat Cooper's family.
Oh, all in the Pat Cooper family? Let me take a break and I'll play that. Well, since like Miami's never heard it and El Paso, and there's a lot of towns that haven't heard it, we will play all in the Pat Cooper family next, right after these words.
Who this?
Hey, anyway, let's just get back to the F-Emmys because there's so many categories, Robin. You wouldn't believe how many different people are in our audience, everyone all excited. If you look over there, you'll see, Oh, there's a problem with security, Robin.
What?
Well, they're trying to arrest Yoko Ono for mooning. Hey, guys, that's okay. That's not her ass.
That's her face.
That's her face. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Well, you can see how they got confused.
That's right. Hey, look who's here. The Unabomber is in the audience tonight, too. Look at that. Whoa. Robin, your dress is blown clear off. Oh, my God, cover up.
There's always a spare. I'll just grab this curtain.
Can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Hey, I'd get to the next category, but I can't find Fafa Fooey. No, Fafa Fooey just won't give it to me. Fafa Fooey, what are you doing?
Where does he go?
What?
Put it in the cart machine.
You put it in the cart machine?
I swear I thought I did.
No, you didn't put it in the cart machine.
I swear to God, I thought I did.
Well, there's no carts in my cart machine.
Did you take something out of there?
No, I didn't touch it. I don't know what he wants me to do. Oh, there we go. Okay, Papa Pooey's all set. Now, what category is this?
Best Pat Cooper moment.
Best Pat Cooper moment?
Oh.
Wow. Well, let's get right to it. You know, Pat Cooper was such a good friend of the show, and I miss him dearly, but he wigged out on me, and he's mad at me, so...
Yeah, he's in a feud with you.
But let's listen to Best Pat Cooper moment. This is Pat Cooper moment number 1, and I guess no explanation is required.
Howard, I am a genius of myself.
Right.
None of you.
Right.
None of you.
You are a genius. I'm your biggest
I
fan.
will not allow you or anyone to take my dignity or my pride away. My mother couldn't do it. My father couldn't do it. And not son. You're a stranger next to my mother, father can't do it. And I'm sick of this crap because you know something?
What?
You gotta be in A company. Don't put me in B company. Don't tell me Sam Kinison is your idol, or Sam Kinison's brother turns around and says, I didn't pay much. I know you didn't because you're Sam Kinison's brother, a drug addict's brother.
All right, Pat Cooper, one of the best performances on the show. Not a performance, a real angry moment. Pat very annoyed with me, and here is the Best Pat Cooper moment number 2.
Is it from the same fight?
Does it matter?
It could very well be.
Pat gets mad at me, and he puts in some stellar performances. You saying to me that Sam Kinison was not a great comedian?
I'm not saying that, but
you told him when he was alive. Now you're telling me. Now you're being a fake.
I'm medication.
Now you're telling me you're fake.
I'm medication.
I'm
medication.
Now you're telling me you're a fake.
My soul, baby. My soul.
Now you expose yourself.
My soul, pal.
You expose yourself.
I don't expose nothing. I expose my soul because my problem is
you told Sam Kinison. You told Sam Kinison when he was alive that he was a great comedian.
I never. Hey. You said Jackie Mason was the greatest.
He is great.
I was the greatest. Everybody's the greatest.
No.
I hate her. I wanted to die. Now you're up her ass.
I am not.
Now you're up her ass.
No, I'm not.
Now you're up her ass.
No, I'm not. Come on, give me a break. Hey. That's a great one. I wonder what's going to win.
What else is nominated?
Well, let's go right to it. Here is Pat Cooper moment number 3. I don't believe this, what I'm hearing. The nerve.
Defend my dignity?
Now, listen, let me ask you a question. Hold it a second. I'm talking now.
Tell me I can't defend my dignity.
I can't
believe
believe
Who are you to tell me I can't
believe
defend
this.
myself?
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I'm A-crowd, baby. No more now. I'm A-crowd.
Who said you're not?
You gotta call me.
Well,
I'm a contributor.
No.
I'm a contributor. Meanwhile, he tells Leno, I don't want you to be a busting my bananas.
What?
You're busting my balls, Leno.
Listen to this.
I can't do a week because I don't know what night I'm gonna be available.
I don't want to do Leno. I don't want to do a Leno show.
Because he's an A-crowd. He tells Leno I have to go on first. He tells Letterman I go on first, so I don't go on.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, I see. But if I do it, I'm a dog. I'm a dog if I defend my dignity.
Well, wow. You got to admit, that guy knows how to do radio.
That's powerful.
Those are 3 great performances, and I miss Pat dearly. And you know who misses him? My father. My father says, Pat. He goes, but maybe something would happen. But anyway, let's open up the envelope and find out.
Those are the 3 nominations.
Which one do you think was his best?
Jeez, the Roseanne, the number 2, really got
me. You were right. Number 2,
Really?
Roseanne. Accepting for Pat Cooper is Pat Cooper.
Oh, you're kidding!
That's right. He wasn't missing out on this.
Are you kidding?
No, Pat Cooper is on the phone. He said, "Look, if I'm getting an award, I want to accept."
There, huh?
This is unbelievable. Pat, could it really be you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness, I can't believe it. He's back on
That
the
is
phone?
Pat Cooper, the legendary Pat Cooper.
I am now in a monastery. I have changed my ways.
Well, Pat, what happened?
Did you take a vow?
I
can't,
have
first of all...
received an award, and I was so thrilled when Gary called me long distance, which means that it's very important.
Yes.
And he said that you possibly could be winning an F-Emmy, and the family and I, we just rejoiced.
Even the whole time you were mad at me, Pat, you notice I never badmouthed you.
Excuse me.
Right.
I was never mad at you. I was mad at Mary Happiness.
Who?
Which is Miss Quivers.
Right.
Me?
Yes. You know why?
Why?
Because let me explain. Hold on a minute. Oh, sweetheart.
He's trying to relax.
Calm down.
Yeah.
The reason is I don't mind when you put me down and it's the truth. But when you turn around and pull a story completely opposite of what I was trying to bring across, that offended me.
Wait a minute, Pat.
Honey, hold on. Let me just finish. Sweetheart.
Wait, Reggie, I don't remember doing any story on
Sweetheart, get off your horse, and let me explain to you.
Get off your high horse.
You cannot defend something that's not truthful, Robin.
What did I do?
Because you kept telling Howard that all Pat was mad about was this, that, and the other thing. I was angry of one specific thing, that my dignity of thinking that I was a good friend of the show and that 3 people would turn around and tell Howard that I put him down, which was the furthest thing from the truth. And you turn around and say, well, he's not mad at that. He's mad at it because you didn't put him in the book. He's mad because you didn't put him on it. I don't care if I was ever, that never was my problem.
Right.
My problem was to get on the show, do good radio, be a good friend, not to socialize, you not to be my brother and sister and come to the house, not to go to your house. I don't need your phone number.
Of course not.
But to be a friend is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah, I agree with
and
you.
I wanted to be a friend.
Well, so did we.
No. You were semi-friend because when you start to use, when you have strangers putting your friend down, that's what hurt me.
No.
And when you turn around, wait a minute, and you know the hurt when I got to go to the Bad Beach and Bongo there, and they tell me that the guy that put you down was Pat Paulson, and I'm taking the rap for it. I'm going, not even the decency that Robin, who's a classy lady on a horse, would turn around and say, Pat, you know something, we goofed. But no, you know what happened? You go on.
Right.
You go on and say, all right, who else can we abuse? And you're not supposed to do that.
Pat, you're getting all worked up again.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
I'm with the brothers
something
here.
to you, Pat.
Yes, dear, tell me.
If I did something to offend you, I'm sorry.
Well, why didn't you call me up, Robin? I mean, are we that big?
Talk to me. Remember, excuse me.
Yes.
Remember that this happened just before Howard's birthday?
Yes.
And I tried to call you to invite you to the birthday show?
No one called me here to invite me to anybody's birthday, honestly.
Wait a minute. Where's Gary?
Hey, honey.
Gary, come in.
Come on, because I wanted to try to make this thing right.
Sweetheart,
and I tried to invite you to the birthday show.
I got no phone call from anyone.
Gary, did you call?
Gary called me. Hold on. Yes, he did. Gary did. But not Robin Quibbett.
And I said to Gary,
Robin, did you call me or did Gary call me?
Excuse me, let me say something. Gary said, I think it's all right. Pat's going to do the show. I said, do you sure? You think I ought to talk to Pat? No, I think it's okay. It's fine. If I need you, I'll let you know. And I thought we'd take care of it the day of the show, Pat.
Gary called me, but not you, Robin.
You did not show.
Robin. I didn't, but Gary called me, but not you.
Weren't you invited? Tell the truth. You were invited to that program. Did you invite me,
Robin?
Yes. Well, who do you think?
No, you.
Wait a minute.
Did you call me? Did you call me?
Pat?
Did you call me?
Pat?
Did you call me?
I don't call any of the guests on the show.
Excuse me for breathing. I see. I have to go to the. I got to go to the second team. I see.
Gary,
my people got to talk to your people. My people got to talk to your people.
I was told I didn't need to talk to you. We would deal with it on the show.
I'm a jockey. He's not talking to you.
But Pat, in all fairness,
yes, sir.
Let's say you had an agent or something, right? That you only had screen your calls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gary would call your agent and book you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's.
Excuse me. Did I ever say to you that you were that you never wanted me on? That I could come on all the time?
Pat, we love having you on.
But bring out the point. I never said that you didn't want me on all the time. But that's what that was the argument. So wait a minute.
Pat,
once I'm being accused of something, now the argument is I was mad because I wasn't on every day.
Listen to me,
stupid.
Pat. Listen to me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
We love having you on the show.
I know you do.
There's a certain protocol that you like that perhaps we're not aware of. But, you know...
What's a protocol?
A protocol is like you want to be treated a certain way.
Oh, no. That's not true.
We think we're treating you good.
Excuse me a minute. How come I never opened, everything was nice and happy and smooth, and all of a sudden I get 3 dildos who turn around and want to whack me over the head, and you're going,
you want to know why?
Me. I said, wait a minute.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Go ahead.
3 people call me up.
Yeah.
And they say you were bad-mouthing me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hear this and I go, you know what? That's funny. Pat's going to have a great time with this. This is my opinion.
No, that's not your opinion. When you did it the second time, it was corrosion of the lip.
I thought you were digging it. It was kind of
the first time I dug it, when you did it on the telephone.
Okay.
Then the second time you're trying to shove it up my gagootzes, and I couldn't allow you to do that.
But I thought it was funny.
It wasn't to you. That's not to me. It's not funny to you.
I mean,
how did we know that?
How do we know? You always have everything is fair game with you. Everything is fair game with you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I draw the line.
Yeah, we don't know your line.
We know where the line was.
I mean, come on, you can't inhibit me.
I'm not trying to inhibit anybody. All I want to do is be a nice guest, be a gentleman, try to produce something.
Of course, but we love that.
I know you love it, but all of a sudden,
so
you say,
all of a sudden,
let's whack this guy out. This
Listen, how big? Listen, on the grand scheme of things, how big a deal is it when 3 people say, "Hey, Pat was bad mouthing you"? It wasn't like I was saying, "Hey, Pat, you bad mouthing me. You're never coming on my show again," or I was mad.
Right.
I just said, "Hey, Pat, what's the story? You going around bad mouthing me?"
And what I tell you?
You should have said no. Then I call you a second time, right?
No, I said no the first time.
Right. So then I say no. Wait a second. So what did I do? I said, you know what? That was a good appearance. Let's call him again. There's people who are saying, "Hey, Pat still said." But right away, you get crazy with it.
That wasn't crazy. I had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, no kidding.
But let me explain.
What are you having a nervous breakdown?
Let me explain something to you.
We're trying comedy.
Hold on a minute, Howard.
We're doing comedy.
I was not proud of myself to get that, but
I couldn't believe it. You were going around.
Stay away for so long.
Sweetheart. The hurt.
And then you go on Imus. What? How could you do that?
I love Imus.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Can I
tell you something? I'm going to tell you something, Pat.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, Pat.
Go ahead.
Imus never would have had you on. He never once called you.
Yeah.
Imus only... You know, today I'm reading in the newspaper. You know, I'm starting the Howard Stern Radio Network.
Yeah.
Imus goes, I want to start an Imus network. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? I mean, this guy don't have an original thought in his head.
Let
me tell you something. You love him.
Not call me.
Let me tell you something.
Let's wait a minute.
The guy, all the years he was on in New York radio, did he ever call you and invite you on the show? Did he ever invite you on the show?
Excuse me. You want the truth?
Yeah, the truth.
You want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Imus never called me.
Oh, who called you?
The agent called up Imus and said, "Would you like to have Pat Cooper on?"
Oh, I see.
Hold on.
Why do you think he wanted you?
Wait. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me a minute.
You know
I have the right to do whatever shows I want.
You can do whatever you want.
I didn't go on that show and badmouth you. I didn't even discuss you. I went on to just do my funny thing and try to contribute to a show. What is the difference?
Why bother doing funny things if no one can hear it?
Who?
There's 3 people listening to that show.
Hey, 3 people or 1.5 or 2 dwarfs. As long as I was on the air, that's how I believe my business.
All right, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do everything.
You got to do
what you got to do.
Don't stop doing us. We have always been here.
We're the ones who were there for you.
You were there for me? All of a sudden, everybody's saving my life. I'm drowning. All of a sudden, I'm
drowning.
Hey, let me tell you.
I didn't say you were drowning, but we were there for you whenever you wanted.
Well, I was there for you.
Right. So we had a mutual admiration.
So why stop? I certainly was trying to make amends.
Who?
Me.
No, you make amends through 3 channels. You don't make amends right one-on-one. You can't deal with me one-on-one.
Admit one thing, though, Pat. Seriously.
I admit it.
You got wait a second.
Yeah.
Not that you're wrong, but you got to admit you overreacted.
I did.
You did.
Hey, Howard,
all right, okay.
I just said to you.
I know.
That was the biggest mistake.
You usually have such a good sense of humor.
Excuse me a minute. That was the biggest mistake. But you know what happened?
What?
The second time is I didn't believe it.
Come on.
You
were having a good
time.
time.
No, listen, Howard.
You know I wasn't hurt by it.
What?
I wasn't hurt by it.
Who?
Me. I didn't mind.
You don't get hurt if they put a hand grenade in your pants.
Right.
What does that mean?
Because I don't feel that listen, when you have something good going on, you play with it. If you don't, come on, you know that too.
I see.
You're in the same business. You don't still hate Lola Falana, but you still
I don't
carry
hate
on.
nobody.
No, yes you do.
No, I don't.
Yes you do.
I don't. I dislike many people.
You don't like Joan Rivers?
Well, that's another story.
Right. I know you.
That's another story.
I know all about it.
But it's not a hateful thing. It's like a disliking of the disliking.
Right. So I was sitting there playing with you, and you were going nuts.
I admit to you, and I'll say it.
But it was good. But it was good radio. It was good radio. I'm listening to it now. It was great.
That was great radio?
Yes.
To you, sure.
Yeah.
You know what happened? Your ratings went through the roof. My pants went down.
Ah, come on.
Oh, absolutely.
People loved it.
How many times did you play it, Howard?
100 times.
Well, how many more times are you going to play it?
As many as I have to.
Well, there you go. Did I call you and say, don't do that to me? I will play it. Who gives it? I'm just bringing a point out. I didn't try to say, Howard, that's what you shouldn't play. Hey, you do what you got to do.
Hey, Pat.
I did it.
Pat,
hey, I'm on record. Let me tell you something.
I'm on record.
I will eat that tape for the rest of my life.
I am on record.
Did you hear what I said to you?
Yeah, but it's funny.
But you're missing my point.
But are you in the business of being funny?
What?
Are you in the business of being funny?
I'm the funniest man that God put on the side.
All right. If you were in the business of being funny and you were funny, why would you care?
I don't think that was funny.
Oh, you were so funny.
You know what? I have an analysis here, but I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Then you don't know why you're funny. You're funny.
Honey, your analysis is always to other people. You got to do it to me one-on-one.
All right, look, where are we going to leave this thing? Are we back together? Are we not together? Tell me what it is. Tell me what's going on.
Nothing's going on. I'm just the same guy. I told you. I just go by. I just tell you, and I'll repeat it again. It's a terrible thing that I got to blow my stack. I haven't done that in years.
You want to come in tomorrow?
Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wednesday. All right. Hey, listen. You know, it's.
I mean, you know, look, it's up to you. I mean, you know.
Hey, Howard.
Right.
Howard.
Look,
Howard. Gary called me up. I returned his phone call.
Of course.
I didn't rush him. I was a gentleman.
Yes.
I called him. He said, "Would you like to come on tomorrow?" I said, "Fine." And when he said the award, I went nuts because it's been about 2 days I didn't get an award.
Right.
So I get nervous. I said, "Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I?"
Right.
I said, "Fine, I'll go along with it."
Okay.
But you know, hey, the door's open.
All right. Well, here it is. It's open. Let's forget about it.
No, because you ain't gonna forget it because that'll be played until I die.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Hey, tomorrow, should I bring in those guys who accused you of bad-mouthing me?
No, hold it.
No, take it easy.
Excuse me.
Look at this. He lost his sense of humor.
No. I never lost my sense of humor. But when you hit a guy over the head with a hammer twice, tell Jack Martling I could hear his laughing.
I love you, Pat.
You love me? How come I never hurt me, Jack? Come on, Jack. Cut the crap over.
I'm afraid.
Everybody, you're afraid of me? You're too busy selling. Next you'll be selling fish, for crying out loud. All you do is sell. All right, I know. You got to go on with the rewards.
All right, listen.
No, he didn't even make his acceptance.
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to steal your moment. Make your acceptance.
My moment. I accept under the grounds that's the decency to accept an award that is given to you, good, better, and different.
Right. You're always happy to get an award.
Well, hey, listen, you know, what am I going to do? I take it. I now, it could make the press.
All right, listen. I would be honored if you would come in tomorrow. We shake hands.
What is the chance of that, Pat? I don't know how you're feeling.
It's up to you. I mean, listen, no pressure. You want to wait a few days? Wait a few days.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the verge of going home because my daughter's giving birth to our first grandchild.
Is that really important?
Congratulations.
Is that really important?
Yeah. I mean, so. Is anything that's a little more important to be with me?
Well, the only thing is, I
mean, you're gonna turn me down?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I should go to you first.
Yeah.
You should go to you. Yeah, because you need a rebirth.
I'm your real family.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You need a rebirth.
Hey, man, I was there for you.
You never were there for me. I was there for you. Banana. You're a real... Hey, Jackie.
We love you.
Thank God there's phones. Freddie, I can understand because Freddie goes into a coma once in a while.
Once in a while.
Hey, Pat, did I ever insult you? Why are you insulting me?
No, I would never insult you,
See,
Freddie.
now Fred's taking it personally.
now
You just did that. I demand an apology.
I apologize.
Thank you, Pat.
Okay.
Boy, that was easy. I can't get no apology.
Because everyone's afraid of Fred.
Nobody's afraid of me.
All right,
So
Pat, all right, listen. You won the award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you feel like coming in tomorrow...
I would love to see you.
We'd love to see you.
And I'll buy you lunch.
If you feel... Jackie will buy you lunch.
That's what I'm afraid of.
All right? And if you're feeling like, hey, it's too much pressure...
No pressure. I'm always under pressure.
You know, if you're feeling like you can't handle it right now...
Handle what?
You can't handle coming in.
I can handle it.
Maybe you can't handle it.
Oh, come on. Don't stop.
How much longer before you think you'll be able to come in comfortably?
Well, I'll probably come in tomorrow.
Come in.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Okay, what
Well,
time?
I thought he was coming to the birthday show.
What birthday? You still on the birthday?
Well, what happened? You booked him for the birthday
He was
show?
supposed to be at the birthday
Well,
show.
because I didn't think it was right going in here and screaming like a raving maniac, and you people turn around and invite me to a party like all of a sudden I didn't exist. I mean, that's a terrible thing. I'm having him hot palpitations. You say, well, that don't mean nothing. Invite him to a party. It don't mean nothing. His heart palpitations don't mean nothing. That's terrible.
All right. Listen,
That's execution time, for crying out loud.
All right. Listen.
He's laughing. Jackie always laughs. I don't know, Jackie.
He thinks you're funny.
Who, Jackie?
Yeah.
But Jackie don't call. Jackie's a myth.
Yeah.
He's a myth.
Oh, what?
A myth.
A myth. Why didn't you call Pat?
Well, you know, he was scared of me.
Because I thought he was hurt, and
I'm not mad at nobody. I was just hurt for the moment, and then I did. I told you. I went into the monastery.
You know what I think happened? I think after it was all embarrassing, and then Pat, if someone would have called him.
I tried.
You didn't call me personally. Get off my back, will you? Please get on the horse.
I remember now exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I said to Gary, do you think I should talk to Pat? And Gary said to me, as mad as he is at Howard Robin, he's more mad at you. I don't think you should talk to him.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, I'll tell you, what controversy I caused.
Well, listen, nobody knows how to handle you.
You know how to handle me.
Oh, come on.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, there's nobody in the world knows how to handle you.
Who?
Your own family don't know how to handle you.
No, absolutely.
I'm telling you, you're a tough guy to handle.
You're not a tough guy.
But that's
you know
what makes
it
you
is?
funny.
Howard, you know what it is?
What?
You know what it is? I like fairness, and sometimes when it gets out of control, I get out of control.
All right.
That's all.
All right.
That's
Listen,
a bad character, then sue me.
Let's get together tomorrow. What time, Gary? Gary, make sure that there's a time that Pat can come in and that there's no rush.
Don't force me into anything here. If you got other guests, you know.
No. I'm trying to get the right time.
Well, the right time?
Wait a second. Excuse me, I'm doing a show. Give him A time, please. A time.
Okay, you ready, Pat?
Not B time, not C time, A time.
Here's the deal. As a producer, I'm going to tell you this right now. Tomorrow, the day is free and clear.
Yes.
Usually, I have you come in and do the news.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. I love when Pat does
Usually,
the news.
I have you come in and do the news, but and that's not a bad time. That's what you do best.
That's A time.
But I want to give you the best time slot I can. Could you come in at 7:30 tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
All right. Now, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
I would prefer 8:30. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And I still think that's A time.
Why? 8:30. You start the interview and you
and we
run
do
into
news,
the news,
and it's great when Pat's here for the news.
Best of both things. You're right.
Yeah. So it's A time. It's A time, not B time, not C time.
Oh, stop! Will you please?
No. I want you to know you're A guest. You're an A guest.
You're A people.
You're A. You're not B. You're not C.
I will take my Dramamine.
All right. 8:30.
Right.
All right. 8 time. I'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
And we'll shake on it, right?
Not the shake. I'll give you a hug.
All right. A hug. All right, man.
Take care.
All right. Take care. Pat Cooper, everybody.
Whew.
Accepting
That's
his...
amazing.
That's amazing.
I am very shocked that he was here to accept the award.
We really should bring down the guys who accused him of bad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
One in this chair.
My first sick day.
Jackie and Fred want to be with me.
I'm just kidding. Well, that'll be great radio tomorrow.
No phone, Jackie Martling. No phone. You're too busy selling. You don't know how to handle me. Honey. Sweetheart. I ain't gonna forget about it. You're gonna play that tape for the rest of my life, but I ain't gonna forget about that. I'm having heart palpitations. So get off my back and get off your horse.
Well, tomorrow Pat will be here during A+ time. A+.
I thought, you know what? This is really funny because I thought that was the end.
Yeah, so did I. I'm glad to see.
Never speak to Pat Cooper again.
I make meatballs on Tuesdays.
I'm glad to see.
I'm celibate in Santa Monica.
I'm glad to see Pat will be back. Yeah, all right, we'll be back right after these words.
Who this?
Milk Crate Marauder.
You stupid bastard.
We just had Pat Cooper's coming in. We just had an interesting experience. We had one of Girl Cow's in Chicago. One of Girl Cow's listeners came down here. He sent him down here to make duty in our lobby.
From Chicago?
Yeah, he sent him down. Oh, yeah. He wanted them to make a duty in our lobby.
Oh, cool.
He was this real fat kid who was like 19 or 20 years old. And he looked real scared. Mm-hmm. So we brought him up and we told him to make a duty. We wanted to see him do it. He couldn't do it. He ran out. We said, dude, come on up and make it. Let's see you do it, you little dog.
Mission not accomplished.
This little chubby kid. He said he was one of Man Cow's militia.
Girl Cow can't come and do the job himself?
No, because he's a pussy. So he came down here, and we said, go make your duty. We put him in the lobby. We left him alone to make a duty, and he couldn't. He ran out. We caught him running into the elevator. I don't know what it was about, but that guy is weird and desperate. Jesus Christ.
That's some entertainment, making duties everywhere.
Well, I mean, it's cool. I would have watched the guy make a duty, but he couldn't do it. And he was this little chubby kid, and I guess he was like kind of afraid to be here, but he had more balls than Girl Cow.
But, it's just out of the mind of Man Cow comes duty.
Duty. So we said, okay, go ahead and do your thing. But I guess the guy got nervous and left. And then we went and we looked. We went out and, we said, did you make a duty? And he didn't. But he should have done it here because he just missed Pat Cooper by 2 minutes. Pat would have taken him and thrown him out a window. Pat would have just beat the crap out of him. Chicago's a weird radio thing going on there, It's like our ratings keep going up each month. We've been there 6 months now. We came into the town with a 1.9. We just went up to a 2.9, and we're number, I think, 7 now, or 4. No, we're number 4 with men 18 to 34 or something. Mm-hmm. So everyone's getting nervous and, getting real uptight.
But the question is, what would him making a duty in our lobby do to us?
Make us laugh? I don't know. I don't care if a guy makes the duty in the lobby. Go ahead. It
certainly wouldn't stop the show.
It ain't going to stop it, and it ain't going to stop us from beating you in Chicago. Anyway, on to other things. Pat Cooper now. Big blustery Girl Cow show. Big dumb-voiced. Go make a duty.
Yeah. Calling upon my listeners, any of my listeners, any fat toilet-clogging listeners to go doot like a dog in the lobby over in New York. Take a cell phone with you and talk to us. Tell us what's going on.
Big yelling disc jockey. Big zookeeper. Big yelling zookeeper.
WWF!
Like a world wrestler. Thinks he's going to beat me. It's just not going to happen.
Join the Army, the Air Force, the militia, the militia.
Mancow's militia.
The only way that he could beat me is if they throw me off the station. If they fire me, then he can beat me. It's not going to happen.
You're not here.
Yeah, if they fire me. Which wouldn't surprise me if they did it, because everybody seems to eventually fire me and back out of a war. Hey, where is Pat Cooper? Pat Cooper and I had a falling out. I'm still not even sure why.
Well,
Pat,
you do know why.
Pat said a lot of mean things about me, but I didn't care. I love Pat.
You were amazing.
I was.
During this entire time.
What's the matter? Where's Pat? I got to admit, I took the high road. What?
All of a sudden in my life, you become stupid. You don't know why anybody's angry at you.
No, come on. Don't be ridiculous. Sit down. Are you wearing a parrot?
Look at me. Sit down.
I'm your horse.
Are you wearing a jumpsuit?
Do you mind what I wear?
Holy mackerel. Wow. He's like a paratrooper. Wait, I can't hear you. Put the microphone near Pat.
Yeah, did he jump out of a plane?
You can't hear me. What?
He jumped out of a plane to get here.
Oh, boy. You never lost your laugh.
Pat, you know what? I'm being serious.
I want to know what is you. You know everything.
First of all, shake my hand. Hello. Shake my hand. Thank you. All right. Oh, shake.
He didn't look at you.
He didn't look at me.
He looked away.
I didn't look away. I just can't believe what
you know. I got to tell you what. I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Steve Rossi laughs at that outfit. I've never seen an outfit like that. Dude, what is this? Is this a new approach to dressing?
No,
You've never worn an outfit like this. Yeah.
You've been in a coma for years about dress. You are not a stylist. You're not a Calvin Klein.
But I'm in grunge.
I turn around and try to put something like a Michael Gutzkin breed. When you got a pair of jumpsuits there, all the egos are in your physique.
Your wife bought that for you. You did not buy that. No, there's nothing wrong with it.
I got 6 of them. I got 5 more. If I come on 5 more times, you'll see the other 5.
Really?
What do you want me to do?
Pat, when you go to the bathroom,
Pat, where did you get that outfit?
How do you go to the bathroom with that? Seriously.
Very simple. I got a zipper in the front that goes a lower one and an upper one. And if I got to go for boots, I turn around and just drop my pants.
No, if you have to make a
dump.
A number 2. Okay, fine. A number 2, fine.
I take it off. You want me to do it?
No. Do it in the lobby.
Brother.
All right, now here's what happened. Let me just say something. Look, I know you were really mad at me.
Oh, really? When did you find that out?
I know you were really mad at me. You were very mad. You were angry.
No, livid is more perfect. I'll tell you how mad I was. I was going to kill myself because I didn't want to be in the same world with you.
In fact, I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you how mad. Yes, I heard you. It was funny.
I want you to understand, devour my words, because that's hate.
Right.
That's anger. When I want to kill myself, I didn't want to kill you. I wanted you to live so you can be in this rotten world.
I'm going to say something. For the first time in my life, I took the high road with somebody.
He did, absolutely, Pat. I
got reports. I did. I know that even after the fight, you had said a couple of cruel things, even off about me. No, at the Friars. Come on.
Where?
Oh, please.
Wait.
No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, people came back.
I never said nothing. I don't go to the Fry. What happens at the
Really?
Are you out of your bird?
Jackie, didn't you hear something
about
this? No, I'm not the only one who heard about this.
Jackie's selling shoes. He's selling shirts. Jackie sold me in a corner.
No, but wait.
Jackie's a salesman. He's not a comic anymore.
I took the high road.
He doesn't write no, but will you do me a favor? You're listening to him over me.
Even on this show. Okay, forget about that. Forget about that.
You heard me,
Pat, even on our show, even when you were here that day, you said some terrible things about me. Yeah, you said some bad things about me.
I said the truth about you.
Okay.
There's a difference.
You still feel that way?
There's a difference.
What do you feel about me?
Very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Go ahead.
See, one day you in love with everybody.
Right.
Next day you ain't in love. When the ratings go low, you turn around and your horns come out. You see? Because that's the way you are. You're a publicity
What are you
man.
talking about? My ratings haven't gone low.
No, you missed my point. If they get a little shaky.
No, they haven't gone shaky.
They got shaky in certain areas. You tell you not the
in certain areas? What area are they shaky?
Look at me.
Well, I'm trying to get help. No, you make accusations that my ratings are shaky. Where?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
You trust what I tell you.
You don't trust what I tell you, though.
I know you like a book.
Okay.
Will you stop it, Jackie? Stop touching the mic.
When my ratings go...
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are you so quick to criticize me? Yesterday...
It's not criticism.
Yesterday you broke my heart.
No. There's criticism and there's honesty.
No.
You don't like honesty.
Pat, I will
say... The lawyer just come. Here comes the lawyer.
Yes, that's right.
Here comes the lawyer. Yes.
I have never seen him react with the kind of civility and measured consideration that he did during this entire year that you have been away.
Okay, why did he pick up the phone and say, Pat, what did I do?
Forget that.
Pat, you wouldn't come to the phone.
You know what Dominic Barber told me?
What?
He said, Don came to the Trump Plaza to see me work.
Right.
He said, Pat, we all love you. I said, this is love?
You know what's funny?
No, I'm telling you.
I still don't know. We'll get back to your point. Why am I a bad person? Because did I say something bad about you?
You're a sharp person.
Yeah.
You see, and you don't know where to draw the line.
Well, what about you? You don't either.
I draw the line only.
You do not.
No, I'm an
you badmouth. I'm not.
What did I badmouth? I badmouth those who badmouth me. I defend
Did I badmouth you?
Who, you?
Yeah.
Well, sure, when you brought those 3 guys in, you're telling me, not once, when you did it twice, then you said, put it up your Google
I
twice.
didn't badmouth you. They badmouthed you.
No, you agreed to it. Why didn't you badmouth
Because it was interesting.
Why didn't you badmouth Sam Kenneth's brother when the guy said Sam Kenneth's brother said you're a no good, you said,
he's not you.
He's my friend. Wait a minute, lawyer. You understand?
You're my friend. You're my friend.
But why didn't you say that and defend me? Say, you guys
What
are...
do I care what Sam Kinnison's brother says
Hold on a
about
minute.
me?
Hold on. Why did you care? Why did you care?
Is it
Why
going
did
to
you
make
care?
a great show to confront Bill Kinnison?
Of course not.
Make a great show to
if I had Bill
Pat.
Kinnison on, Pat, if I had Bill Kinnison on, and I said to him, gee, 3 guys said you said bad things about me, Bill Kinnison would sit there like this. Now, you're always looking for an angle. You're looking for stuff to talk about.
Twice you did it.
So it's funny.
No, Gumbada, to you it's funny. To me, once is enough.
Come on.
How many times are you going to kick me in
You're
the
a
ham
professional.
hocks? How many times are you going to kick me in the ham
But
hocks?
Pat, do you see what we didn't ever take it seriously.
You're the only one who takes it seriously. We didn't take it seriously.
We had no idea you were taking it seriously.
I'll tell you how much of a man I am. If you had said all those things about me, I wouldn't even care. I think it's funny.
No,
I say things about people. I can dish it out and I can take it.
Yeah, I can take it to a point.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes.
You
when
cannot
you do
take
it twice,
it.
then
You
it's
can't
work.
take it.
No, you can't stick a fork in my gogutzas twice.
You got to be a man.
You can't stick a fork in my gogutzas twice.
So come in and defend yourself.
I stop you.
Oh,
I
come
stop
on.
you.
No,
because when I hit the door here that day,
Yeah.
you know, I saw it coming. You see, you got 3 guys hiding it to you. That's great radio.
Well, you know what
to me,
that
it's not
was.
great radio after we did it already. That's the old movie. Let's bring in a new movie.
Well, you can't set the agenda.
I said, for me, I do. It's my life. What do
No,
you mean?
you can't set the agenda.
You can't intimidate me. That's the difference between me and you. You intimidate Jesus when he come off the cross. You intimidate
Listen to me.
everybody.
No
You
one's
can't
trying to...
intimidate me.
You see, you think you're at war with me.
I'm not at war with you. I happen to like you. What I did for you, we don't hear about those things. What the nice things I said. We only say what's good. Pat said something nice.
But I never said anything bad about you.
You know my temper. You know my feel.
Right.
You said this guy's ready for explode. Let's give him one bang.
I set your hot button off.
No,
but you love that. That's how you perform.
You think I like the...
That's what makes you great.
Wait a minute. You think I was proud of what I did that day?
Yes, absolutely. It's the best radio I'd ever had.
What did I say to you yesterday?
I heard what you said. I don't believe it.
No, because you know why? I tell you the truth. I wasn't proud of myself. What I should have done, not thinking because I'm bots in the brains.
Right.
What I should have done was say, let me calm down. Let me discuss it with
this guy.
No, but you see, that's
boring.
You
overreact.
You don't want... No.
So you were great.
Everybody... You know the funny thing?
I like when you overreact.
Everybody on the street. You know what they said to me?
What'd they say?
Patty, Howard loves you.
Of course.
Love you. Wait a minute. I didn't get one. I was once somebody said, how can you do this? Not one person. They said, he cannot intimidate you. I said, nobody intimidates me. My mother...
You were having all these conversations on the street?
No, they stopped me even today. They go, you're going to do Howard? God bless you. Welcome home.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Welcome home. Where am I going to? My home?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen. First of all, you saw what happened. You went on Imus and sell a ticket. You don't sell tickets on that show.
I didn't go there to advertise.
No. That show does you no good. You went back.
You can't stand the truth.
No, you went on there. You went on there, and nothing happened.
Tomorrow.
Go ahead. Go on.
I go on Charles
I don't care.
Rogan,
Go on all of the shows.
I go on Letterman. This is my living.
All I know is I have no problem with it. I never once told you not to go on those shows.
You believe this guy?
Didn't sell tickets on that show.
You know what he does? Who?
Don't sell tickets.
I sell tickets.
You sell tickets on your own, but you didn't.
What is your problem?
You go on that show. You go on that show. It's obscurity.
Well, really?
Yes.
Let me tell you something, my friend.
Obscurity.
I will tell you
the guy wishes he was me. He lives to be me.
He said it.
You're damn right. He said it.
So what are you going to do?
That's right. I'll rub his nose in it.
You can't rub
I'll take that. I'll kick his ass. That drunk. That drunken nothing. That alcoholic.
You yelled about Sam Kinison. He can yell about Imus.
Yeah. Oh, he's allowed to yell about everyone. I can't have enemies. Only you.
You don't have an enemy.
I have enemies.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
and you have enemies too.
I have.
But you're the only one allowed to have enemies.
No, my enemies.
Your enemies were my enemies.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
We never
I have my own enemies.
I wouldn't have Lola Falana on here. She stood on her head. She's my enemy.
But you know why?
Why?
If Lola Falana was hot as a pistol, you'd have Hitler on here in the Jewish neighborhood.
That's right. Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're wrong and I'm right. That's what you're talking about.
And I'm going to tell you something.
You're amazing.
Your beef with me, I'll never understand. I'll never get it.
Okay.
If I try to present you with an interesting scenario...
You have no scenario.
I do,
You don't even know what the word means. You think you have all... You think you can walk through glass. You can't walk through glass. You understand me?
You
are
yell
a
about
human
everything.
being.
No, excuse me. You yell about everything.
I'm not yelling. That's why
So I have you on... No,
Everybody thinks I yell.
No, but here's my point. You yell at...
I pray this way. I go to church. I pray this
Listen to
way.
me, Pat.
I say,
yell...
dear God, help me. The whole church knows it.
Pat, you yell about everything, right? You're angry about a lot of stuff.
No, you're missing. See, you don't
No,
even
listen.
get it. The man don't get it.
No, when
The
I
man
had you
don't
on,
get it.
I get it.
The man don't get it. The man don't get it.
No, I
The
get
man
it.
don't get it.
I get it.
What
Pat,
don't you get? I
Pat,
don't even
listen
know
to me.
what we're trying to get.
I'll take. He doesn't listen to me. Pat, you get angry about everything. That's sort of your shtick. So
not my
when
shtick,
you're
it's
angry.
me.
You're angry. So when I had you on and you got angry about the three guys, I said, "Hey, Pat's into it."
Yeah.
And at some level, you were mad on it on some level, and also, hey, we're going with it. It's mixing it up. We're having some good energy going. Boom. All right. So I say, hey, this was good. Let's do it another time. Then Pat's yelling about it. I go, Pat's digging this on some level. Now, this is me trying to read you as a performer. Going, yeah, he's mad, but he's not really
But he's
all that
using
mad.
it.
He's using it to go with it, and he's making something
You
out
thought
of
it was an acting technique.
I don't come here as a performer. I want you to understand that. I'm not performing.
Well, I don't know what you come here
as me.
Yeah. But that's
why
what I
you
was
like
tapping
me.
into.
No, but did you see?
I thought you'd go down any road.
No, but you blew the point. You didn't see me when I hit the door here.
I saw you when you hit it.
I saw Gary Delabate. I saw John.
Well, I was on the air.
Wait a minute, but I'm bringing a point out. Well, you saw it on the tape. Hey, nothing gets past your eyeballs. So
Yeah, right. Go
you
ahead.
see everything.
That's right.
So don't comment.
That's right.
So when I hit the door and I knew this was going to happen, I said, and I'm warning in front. I said, hopefully before I get into that studio, Gary will say, listen.
Well, you said a lot of cruel things about me, man. I wasn't going to go run out there and kiss ass.
He didn't say. We had reports of.
And I'll tell you why. Name me one. I'm here.
You said that I would. You said that I would have Hitler on this show if he had
I just said it
ratings.
just 5 seconds ago.
And that's an insult. I would never have Hitler
No, but
on
I'm
this
bringing
show.
a point out here.
There are people I haven't had on this show because of the acts that they've done that I don't approve of.
But I see you can have other people on that do that have bad acts they can do. You can
Depends. I have a line.
Okay.
That's right. There are some people I won't have on.
Okay.
Is that true? I won't have Pauly Shore on. He could kiss my ass in Macy's window. I won't have him on.
All right, that's fine. That's your
That's my
problem. That's your
opinion.
business.
I'm not saying he's no good. It's my opinion.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
entitled.
Oh, shit.
If you had your show, you would have certain people. There are certain people you won't perform with when you do your shows in Vegas.
Probably.
That's right.
Probably.
There's
You
some people you
come
wouldn't.
on and complain about people right on this program.
That's right.
You don't like the way they handle their business.
Yeah, but that gives me a right. That gives me a right to discuss other people. Fine.
Right.
I don't turn around and badmouth. I hate you. I got you. I hate. This guy got me crazy.
But he
Because
never said he hated you.
I didn't say.
But you took it personal against me. You said that I was evil.
Howard, I said you what?
You said I was a bad person.
Well,
You
at
don't
that
know
moment,
where to
at
draw
that
the
moment,
line.
At
You
that
never
moment, I
said
didn't like you at all. Of
No,
course not.
You said bad stuff about me.
And
I
when
bad
was
stuff.
You
What's
did.
bad
You
stuff?
did. You attacked me personally.
I said Hitler. Give me a
No, you said other things. I don't have a good memory, but you said other
No,
things.
you got a good memory.
What did he say? Tell me what he said.
Get the tape out.
There were you said you started screaming that he's an A person. He wants to protect himself. He's trying to disrespect you.
I wasn't
by
trying to do that. I would never
treating
do that.
Poorly. He made
Women
all
should
of these
stop riding
comments.
horses. Off
All
the
of
beat.
these comments about
Women-
your needing to be first on Leno and Letterman.
Yeah, I mean, what was that all about?
You know, so like he was
Pat,
better
what was
than
that
you.
about?
You understand?
And then he started screaming about you, Paul
understand, but I
Sam
understand.
Henderson.
I know. I mean, he started saying this.
Your idol.
That's a good point.
Drunk and
The
a
Leno
drug
thing.
addict.
So what if I want to go on first on Leno? Why do you care?
No, that's
Why is that a negative?
Within my anger, I'm saying something to you. It's within my anger
Yeah.
at that moment.
Oh, can I say something?
Say
Can I say
whatever
something
you
here?
want.
Let me
Yeah.
say something to
Go
you.
ahead.
Listen, I don't care what anybody else does in show business.
Yeah.
One thing about me,
Right.
I've created my own path.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay.
No one's taking that away from me.
right.
It's maybe why that's why I like you. People used to, you take a station like me where I appeal to 18-year-olds, 25-year-olds who say, hey, have Pat Cooper on, right? I don't care if 18 to 25-year-olds know Pat Cooper. I'm going to take Pat Cooper, put him on, let him perform, and they will love him because he's a talent. Mm-hmm. I don't go by showbiz convention. I don't have to hear you on Imus to know that you're a good radio guest. I don't have to hear you on a bunch of other guys because you know what? They're not innovators. They don't know to have Pat Cooper on. They say, oh, Pat Cooper, old comedian. Oh, no, we want the young guys. We want this, that, the other thing. I don't need that. I stick up for those I think have true talent. And I put my balls on the line. Yeah, I'm on top of the ratings, and that's why. Because I take people who I think would make good guests. I don't care if they're hot on the cold list or the in-between list. I put them on my show because I believe in them. And I don't sit and wait around for somebody to tell me when somebody's good. Just because a guy's not 20 years old don't mean he's not a great comic.
Well, I've always said that, but that's besides
That's
the
right.
point. I
Now
didn't
these
ask you to
Johnny-come-latelys, they're going to do, I want Pat Cooper now. Yeah, so they can give me the shiv.
Why are they giving you the shiv?
Why? The whole business wants to give me the shiv.
Listen to me. Now, you listen. I heard him.
All right, go ahead. Now you go.
First of all,
your turn.
Imus never called me.
Right.
We called Imus.
Good.
So don't blame Imus.
No, I don't blame him.
Off the guy.
The reason he said yes.
I did it twice.
Trust you.
6 months.
I'm
such a big hit on
Pat,
the Imus show,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Pat. He didn't treat you any better.
I want to cry.
Yeah.
I really want to cry. That this man's turning around. I really want to cry. I may cry.
I'll tell you one thing. You could go on Imus every day. You can't sell a ticket.
I don't want to sell a ticket.
You can on that
I don't
show.
want to sell a ticket.
No, you
I'm not
can't
in the
sell a ticket.
business. I want to sell a T-shirt.
No, you want to go on shows where you get exposure.
All right, let me ask you a question.
All right.
I want to go on shows that get me exposure. So I'm submitted to all the shows that are going to give me exposure.
And when you were on this show, Hollywood was calling you and commercials.
Where Hollywood? Where?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me. Vegas and everything else.
Where's Vegas calling me? Where? Where's this guy? You know what you're doing?
You hadn't been on Vegas in a long time, and all of a sudden Vegas was calling.
What
Remember?
are you talking about?
You appeared in Vegas recently.
What are you talking about?
Don't tell me. I know everything in show business.
You don't know nothing.
That's right.
About me. I'm a myth.
Well, you know what? One thing you did say here that was the absolute truth.
Yeah.
You are the genius of you.
That's true. I couldn't argue with that. Now listen, Pat. Pat, look. Pat. Look, yes, you did. But that's a great line. You're the genius of you. Pat.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. It was a great line. You are the genius of you. That's listen, that's not stupid. I didn't think that was stupid.
I thought that was brilliant.
I think I would ask you to, if you're going to keep the tape, throw it out of the house.
Now, let me say something. Pat, let me say something.
The genius of you.
We enjoy having you on the show.
I enjoy being on.
We enjoy having you on the show. Everybody loves when Pat Cooper comes on the show. It's good for everybody. We love to have you on here. You're always honest. You always get on there. You do a good job.
You speak your feelings. That was what was beautiful.
Everybody loves you. I got nothing against you. If there are times I don't call you on the phone, this is what started all this. I don't phone calling. I don't call anybody. This show is here, and I'm one of the few people who ever. And you get insulted because I say to you, "Come on, whenever you want."
What? No, I didn't get insulted.
That's such an open thing.
I would never turn around and do such a thing. Just walk off the street, and say, "Hey, I'm here, Howard."
No, not off the street. You called me up. How come you were willing to call Imus and say, "I want to be on"?
Call Imus.
You said you did. You just 2 seconds said you called up.
I didn't call him. I'm saying the name.
Your agent called.
He called up and he said, "Would you like to have?" I was in Las Vegas.
Right. So what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
So why are you mad at me when we do that?
I'm not mad at you and Imus. What are you getting involved in Imus's life?
You're mad. Now forget Imus. I said to you, call whenever you want to come on.
Yeah, okay.
And you said to me, that's a terrible thing.
When did I say it was a terrible?
That was why you were mad.
I said to you, I don't take advantage of it.
You on
That's
no, you don't.
You gave me a carte blanche.
Yes, carte blanche. How much nicer can you be to a human being?
How much nicer can I be that I didn't take advantage of it and walk in and say, "Hey, Gary, I want to come on."
So you would call us. You would call us.
Style, Freddie.
Right.
Style, baby.
Howard.
Yeah.
He's got guys who roll in here who suck wind in here.
We haven't called since the E-cameras came in.
Yeah, we hadn't called since the E-cameras.
See, it's a timing thing here. I just find out. I listen the last couple of days. It's timing. She jumps in. Whenever he's in trouble, she throws a banger in there.
No,
I got no lawyers.
But Pat, I have no agenda here with you other than I enjoy having you on.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. All right.
And the reason we never call, we wait for you to call whenever you want to come in.
I want to do something. I want to give you my home phone number now. That's right. That's right. No, listen to me. Listen to me. Pat. I considered you like family. And you want to say, even my father says, like, Pat was always like a second father to you. I said, that's true. I really felt that way about the guy. Even my father got down. He says, boy, he was pretty vicious. He says,
your father said I was vicious?
Yeah, he was upset with you.
Were vicious.
He said you were vicious, and
well,
he felt that you were.
His father ain't got the.
Remember, his father called in that day.
My father, you know what my father said?
The father knew that Pat Cooper was on the money trying to say, Howard,
you know what my father said to me?
Into a fire.
You know,
look out, the guy's trying to save you.
No.
He can't swim.
You know what my father said? My father said, never talk to Pat again. Never call him again. My father will get on here. He said, that's enough with that guy already. Yeah. Enough. You did what you had to do.
He heard the venom.
You were gracious. He tells me.
Whoa.
No, I'm telling you, you're out of line. Whoa. You're out of line.
I don't believe your father has that kind of thing in his
He said, cut him.
Oh, cut him.
Cut him off. Let's see what happens.
What's going to happen? I'm going to die?
No, you're not going to die. You go on.
Is your father on my career?
You go on.
All of a sudden I get the father on
He
my
just
head.
said, you don't need
I
it.
understand that the mother comes in next to 3 kids that come in.
My father
All of a sudden,
said-
I can't walk down the street. They got to leave a bad mommy.
My father
He's
said,
dead.
cut him off.
Cut him off.
Cut him off. I said, no. I'm not cutting him off.
And that's
The
what
door
he
is
said
open.
constantly. I said cut you off too.
Robin said cut him off.
Well, Robin says everything cut off. Robin likes everybody to be cut off. What else can she say? Cut him off.
I wouldn't cut you off. You know why?
Why? Go ahead.
I think it was a misunderstanding. You were upset.
I wasn't upset.
I was trying.
livid.
Yes, and I was trying to do some good radio with you. I thought you were in on it. I figured you were up to it.
Not the second time.
The first
time I was okay.
Second time.
Second time was...
And I knew he was upset because when we
you knew
called...
what you should have heard in the lobby.
Wait a second. When Gary called your wife to give you the F-Emmy, she said, please, don't call Pat because...
Who said that?
Your wife. Because she said he gets too upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I get upset, just when I fly.
I know. She didn't want you to get upset. She loves you.
But I'm not ashamed to say what I am. But I don't get upset with hate, anger. I get upset when I turn around and say, I'm your friend.
All right, are you over this?
Don't do that to your friend.
Are you over this?
I was over this 7 months ago.
You were.
I went about my life.
You didn't call.
The lawyer has to jump in. The lawyer's got to jump in. Gotta bust my horns. I got
7
nobody
months ago,
defending me.
we're sitting
She
here.
comes in here. You see? That's it.
All right, are we going to hug? Are we going to forget about this?
Howard.
You going to be able to be all right?
I was all right when I walked in this door.
Really?
I was very... As soon as I walked in the door, you told me how you like my jumpsuit. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I like my jumpsuit. I like the breed.
You love Imus, huh? He's a real innovator. You know what he is? He's a leech.
Hey, how many people you know?
He's a leech.
How many people you know in our business that maybe don't belong in our business? He happens to be very nice to me.
He was
I
nice.
like
You know
his
why
show.
he's nice to you?
Yeah, go away.
Because I'm nice to you.
Because
he
nice
does
to
whatever I do. He's a clone. You know what a clone is?
Hey, that's
what a clone is.
You're not going to make me an
The
enemy.
clone of mine.
No reason at all.
Yeah.
We would not.
Yeah, I want you. I want you.
But I got on a plane. I want the hard copy.
Just remember.
I got on a plane. I want the hard copy to defend you.
And just remember.
To defend you. I didn't hear a thank you. I didn't hear your father say, you know, some Howard. He's a decent
come on.
person.
You
He
love
got on
being
a
on
plane
hard copy.
At his own expense.
You love being on hard
I didn't
copy.
want to be on hard copy. They asked me, Pat, would you come over?
Yeah.
I got on a plane. Never asked for a dime.
I never asked you to do that.
I got on a plane. I got on a plane.
I never asked you for that. I never asked you to get on a plane.
But I got on a plane. I got on a plane.
You're on fire. You're on fire. I'm always afraid he's going to get a heart attack. I'm always afraid. You have a strong heart, though, right?
I don't know what I got.
You've never had any heart
It
problems.
has never been a
I
problem.
tell you something. I'm not lying. I left the show that time when I blew my stock.
Yeah.
I went over to 2nd Avenue. They had a guy that I asked him for my blood pressure. I swear to you.
Really?
He said, you have normal blood pressure. Because I got scared. I thought my heart was going boom, 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 boom. I said, before I get in the subway, if I got to die, not in the subway, I'll die in a nice street corner.
Wow.
You know, so it looks nice. That
One
guy-
thing about Pat, he always takes the subway.
Right.
Right.
Well, I came up there.
You never took a
nice,
limo.
humble. I'm
Never. Humble.
You never know one day that, you're broke and you say, well, that's where I started. That's where I'm going to finish.
That's right. You wouldn't be embarrassed to be on the subway.
Embarrassed of what?
Right. Absolutely.
I'm not
You shouldn't
embarrassed
be.
what I do.
You shouldn't be.
I'm only trying to explain to you. I try to defend. I try to defend myself. That's all.
But nobody was a kid.
I try to defend myself.
You got to admit Imus is a clone.
Oh.
You got to.
Hey, let me tell you something.
You know it.
Hey, the man
The
was
man is.
on the
He was
money
nice
with
to
me.
you. Yeah, he was
The
nice
man
to you because
let
I
me
am.
talk. All right.
He
so
never had John
let's
before.
assume what you say is right.
He never had a guest
How
on.
long has he been in
He never
New
had a
York,
guest
Pat?
on the whole time I was at NBC. Never thought to have somebody in the studio with him. Why? Because he's a big piece of
Howard
garbage.
hadn't done it.
Because Howard hadn't done it yet.
You want me to tell you why?
Why?
You want me to tell you why?
Why? Why? Why?
Because he made a statement that a lot of comics who want to go on the show he's had are not funny.
Oh, gee.
And how does he try them out?
Yeah. On my show.
Yes.
All right, so look at this. Look how you're helping people.
And you have to come on and say you love the guy. That's what killed me. You broke my heart.
Oh,
A second father, you broke my heart.
Your father's heart is broke. Your
You broke
mother's
my heart.
Everybody's heart is broken
You
because
broke my
I
heart.
turn around because I want to stand up for what I
Wait a
got to
minute.
do.
Stand up.
Pat has been
Stand
through
up for
a
your
whole
friends.
year of not doing the show. Howard
not a
hasn't
year.
been
Is it a
upset
year?
with you
Is it a year?
once.
Never once I say a bad word.
Not quite a year.
Oh, did I say a bad word about you?
Nah.
Excuse me, I'm talking
sure.
now.
You see,
I'm
you're
talking
controversy. You keep looking for controversy. That's why you like me on. You want me to blow my gasket. Because when I blow my gasket, it keeps all the flies out, the air gets nice, and you say, wow.
No.
Meanwhile, you keep pumping my shows all the time. Play the Coopity, play. I'm saying, why don't they let it alone? Let me die.
No, I don't want you to die.
I was about to make a point here.
Go ahead, make a point.
In that whole time, he never got upset about anything he heard. He just tried to understand and said, one of these days, it'll all blow over. Until yesterday on the phone when you said, I love honest.
That killed me.
That
you got me. Well, listen, that told me you love me.
Does that bother you?
No.
Okay, he's one of the nice. He's got the best show on TV.
Oh, yeah, the best show on TV.
Maybe he don't like you.
You should have taken that wig of his and ripped it right off his head.
I don't want to bother with
you. should have.
I don't bother with the man's wig. Who cares about the wig?
He's got a great show.
You
really think? I want you to be honest, because you're always honest.
Absolutely.
Have you ever lied?
No.
Okay.
No, I've lied. Come on.
No, you don't lie.
I said the N-word, too. You want to discuss that?
You said it?
Oh, I said it about 14 minutes ago.
Really?
Absolutely.
What are you talking about?
Robin.
Really? Really? Is that
I'm
true?
going to go now and talk to that nigga who's riding a horse.
Oh, really? You said that because you blew your stack.
Because I blew my stack. I said it outside. I said it outside so I don't want to offend the one I come in.
Oh, my God. Well, at least you're honest.
Well, the names that I heard that he called me in this time that he's been away.
No, I never.
Quite incredible.
I did it 14 minutes ago, so let me get it off my chest right
you
now.
Had to. It was in there. You might as well say it.
There you go.
All right. Well, all right. So you've always been honest. Am I correct?
Yes, right.
Charles Grodin's show.
Yes, sir.
He's so boring, he can't even get above a 1 rating.
I agree with you.
He can't even get above a 1.
I don't care.
You know what that a 1 is? A 1 means 0 people listening.
I know what you're saying, Howell. You're at the point, see?
0.
You're at the point.
0.
Everything is points. Let me get the point. That's 655 or 532.
Right.
297.
Well, that's what it's about.
Letterman's sick already.
Let him get on a regular show.
Ships in here to save his show. He's number 2 for 8 seconds, a split second. 9 families. 3 families.
That's what
4 families.
That's the reality.
And they're all going crazy. Why don't you let it go? Letterman, you listen to me, David. I've been calling you. Why don't you pick up the phone?
He's nice to you.
I could help you, goddamn
he calls
show.
David.
David, he calls. Me, he don't.
No, they don't answer.
You know why David called you? Because he heard your audition on this show.
I didn't say no.
Exactly.
I didn't say no.
I know. I would just know
I agree with you.
No.
I agree with the guy. Now the show becomes boring. It's a boring show from this second on.
No, but the point
I've been calling Letterman for a year. I've been calling Bob Moore for a year.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Now he hears you on here. He goes, you know what Bob Morton says to me? He goes, hey, I hear Pat Cooper on your show. Boy, you really worked him into something. I go, I didn't work him into anything. That guy's a great guest. That's Pat. Listen again. I want you to hear this.
What does Letterman get? He gets a guy who's who's got no hair.
A turban.
He's going to save the show when the guy can't say dada. I turn around. I'm a genius next to this guy he just hired.
Right.
And they keep me off the show. I did 3 shows for Letterman. All of us Letterman, they don't want you to make a CBS. Maybe I'm not.
You know why?
Enough for CBS.
You know why?
Let me hear.
I'll tell you why.
Why? Don't you have commercials in the show anymore?
No, not when you're on. Not when you're on. We remove all the commercials. None of the sponsors want to be on. They don't want to interrupt you. Listen to me.
Oh, brother.
The reason Letterman doesn't call, because he don't know what to do with you now. See, he had you on 3 times. That was okay.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know what to do with you anymore. He don't want to work. He wants you to figure it out. He don't know what to ask you anymore. He got to wait to hear you on hear what I ask you, and when he hears something good, he's going to go and ask you on his show.
What are you yelling? Calm down.
That's what's going to happen. No, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
I defend
That's what's going to happen.
Wait a minute.
That's what's going to happen.
I defend
That's what's
him.
going to happen.
What do you got? What is this? What's the Mills Brothers?
Am I right, Robin, or am I wrong?
You're absolutely
I know.
When you
Bob
lost-
Morton came up to me. He says,
Bob Morton came up
2
to
years ago.
nobody.
He goes up to me. He goes, hey, Howard, boy, you know, that Pat Cooper, he says, you take guys, and all of a sudden, they're great guests. He goes, that Pat Cooper, boy, you really got a nice thing going with him. I go, yeah, Bob, how long before you use it?
Yeah.
Same way with Richard Simmons. I said, how long before? You guys never would book Richard Simmons. I gave you an angle on him.
How come they don't call back now?
Why?
I've been
Because
on
they
here.
don't.
Jay Leno, they want a tape. I said, send me your tapes. Yeah, why? I want to know what you do.
You're right. Now you hit it on the head. Tell Jay Leno to send you a tape. You've been in the business longer.
She says, can you send me a tape? I says, I won't send you a tape unless you send me your tape. She says, well, I ain't got a tape. I said, then get a tape.
You know why you're smart? You know why you're smart? You know why you're smart?
What's going on?
You know why you're smart? I'll tell you why you're smart.
That's 7 Mile why you're smart.
People call me and ask me for tapes. They used to do this all the time. They want a tape. I said, you know something? You're not going to get me in a 10-minute tape. You're not going to understand me in a tape.
No, you need.
You got to be a fan.
No, you need a lifetime.
Right.
No, there's no fans with you. It's lifetime. It's to the chair.
Right.
They want to go to the chair.
Right.
Those are your people. Those are not fans.
Right.
Those are people who are peculiar.
Right.
See, I got fans, 8, 9 here and there.
Yeah.
But your people will go to the rack field.
That's right.
You see.
And that's what you need. You can't sit and sell some Hollywood guy and say, explain what you do.
no one's knocking your popularity.
Right.
No one's-
well,
but
not
your
today.
popularity, you see, your popularity is hitting. You're on all marbles.
But you were mad about something.
I was mad.
You were mad about beyond that. Do something. You had a whole thing
There
about
was a
it.
The man's got a shovel.
That you think I'm a big shot. You think
the
I'm
man's got a shovel. He's gonna dig me up. He's gonna dig me up.
You think I'm a you think I've become a big shot or something.
I don't want to be.
right.
And I'm not. No, you think I've become a big
changed.
shot.
You are a big shot.
I'm not a big
You
shot.
are. Yes, you
I'm
are.
as normal as you.
No,
You thought
Yeah,
that he was
I'm more normal
I'm
than
not
you.
normal.
I am
am
normal as
completely-
you.
Let me tell you something about me.
Don't
I
tell
was
me
never
about
normal.
You
I was
started
never
screaming
normal.
about Joe
I did-
Piscopo
I-
coming to his house and Chuck
What was
Norris
Joe
coming to his
Piscopo?
house.
He was mad that Chuck Norris came to my house.
Chuck Norris doesn't impress me with his whack and whack and whack and whack. What does that mean? What's a man? I mean, he goes whack and whack and whack. Hey, oh, yeah, what is that?
You know, I love Pat. I'm not trying to fuel the fire, but he's no, I'm really not. I'm really not. But you know, Ganji was interviewing Pat for like a half an hour.
Right.
The guy with the camera.
Yeah, right.
And I heard Pat say something that I thought was really interesting that I think he's sort of bummed out about that I never heard him talk about before.
Which is
his lack of mention in your book.
Yeah, I know. He got so mad.
No, you didn't read. When you play the tape properly. I said that Robin said that I was mad. She made it. So maybe you didn't mention it in the book. I said on the tape, play it. I did not.
You know,
I
it's
didn't
funny.
care if you never mentioned me in the book. I didn't care if you never mentioned me. I never was looking for something.
I wrote about the book. I wrote my book. I'm going to tell you something.
Wait a minute.
I said I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, but why do you come in here fighting?
Because I thought that's what you said.
Well, play the tape. I know what I said.
No,
See?
no, when I wrote my book, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story.
There's your answer.
When I wrote my,
There's your answer.
when I wrote my first book,
Yes.
this is the God's honest truth. May God strike me dead if I know this. No, you don't even know. That's right.
So you see, I got a mind.
I wrote a whole thing about Pat coming up.
He don't want to put it in a book.
I
He
took
put
it
on
out.
the radio.
So
I
then,
love this guy.
oh,
Look at that hypocrisy.
No, you told me not to talk about your family. Hypocrisy. You told me not to write about your
Put it in
family.
the book. It's the truth. Who gives a damn? I did it on the radio. What the hell is the difference? It was live. Why did you put them? No, you don't put in the book that you was in the black neighborhood. Who gives a shit you in the black neighborhood?
Oh, wait a second. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter? Who cares about you being in a neighborhood? There's all black people and you grew up with everybody black. Who cares about the black and the green and the blue? Put the thing that's interesting. So if my name was in there and you said Pat's mother and his sister and his uncle,
You know, I wrote-
pow, 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 pow.
Let me tell you something.
That's what you do.
That's outrageous. That is outrageous. The fact that I
outrageous?
grew up in a black neighborhood is interesting.
Yeah, God, no, but you think that's interesting?
Sold millions of books.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, that didn't sell the books.
Yes, it did.
Nah,
Yes, it did.
nah, nah,
Yes,
no,
it did.
Who
Yeah, it
knows
did.
what sold the book? What did sell?
I know people.
He's going to insult me.
I
He's
know
going to insult me.
people.
Go ahead and insult
I
me.
know
Go ahead.
people who bought the book haven't read it yet.
Yeah, that's a lie.
You know why? They want to be on the end. That's the end. We're in, baby. We're in.
Oh, that's an
We're
insult.
at the
Now,
state
there's
paper.
an
We're
insult.
in.
There's an
We're
insult.
in.
There's an insult.
There you
We're
go.
in.
There's a. That's an insult. That's an insult.
Oh my God. You gotta tell the truth. You're in. You stop me doing it now.
Be quiet, guys. Pat can handle this himself.
Let me explain something to you.
Right.
When you
You
tell,
used to
when,
make
when,
sense,
you can
Pat.
play a man and his family on radio, and then you say, I don't want to hurt him, it's in the book. What is the difference? You keep pumping that show anyway.
So I'm writing my book, my second book, my follow-up.
All right, don't do it.
And I write about Pat Cooper. I write about all the guests on the show.
Yeah.
I said, you know, won't appreciate it. He'll say,
was there the
tell me he loves Imus. All right. Anyway, so okay, Charles Grodin.
He's not the only one.
Is a zero, a big zero. He shouldn't even have a show. They should give you a show, not Charles Grodin.
They're not going to give you a show because let me explain.
Don't tell him. Don't kiss Charles Grodin's ass.
I never did
You're
his show.
crazy if you think
I
his
never
show is
did
good.
his show. I was just saying, hey, I like a lot of things on TV that maybe you don't like.
He wouldn't have you on the show because you know why?
I don't care if he
Because
has
you
to
got
have a
more
show.
hair than him.
Well, what are you going to do?
Anybody with hair, he's angry
How
at.
do I care? I like more hair than me. See, that's everything.
He's jealous. If you had a toupee, you'd be on.
Hey, Burt Reynolds went bald, he's going to become a big star. What are you talking about?
Right.
All right, Pat, you say you're so honest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Here we go. She comes out of the depths.
She walks out of the sea.
Well, Pat can handle it. Go ahead.
No, I really want to know, because he's lying. He's lying when he says he doesn't think that you are changed.
He thinks I changed.
Oh, yeah, that's what he was
But I
screaming
didn't.
about.
Oh, wait, you said
Pat.
I think he changed?
Yeah.
No.
Pat, I didn't change.
The man never changed. I changed.
Well, how did you
I
change?
changed. I changed because of him.
You
You
did?
understand me?
Oh,
I
thank you.
changed because
If
I
he
will
didn't
never.
change, why did you change?
I'm going to explain.
Why should you have to change? I shouldn't force you to change.
Your Honor, it's the horse. You see, it knocks your brains off.
I haven't changed. I'm the guy who believed in you.
Yeah. I said to you, I changed. And I'm going to explain to you why in a few seconds.
Go ahead.
Because I became a better man when I blew my sack on this show because it'll never happen again.
Really?
Because I learned that it doesn't serve anyone any purpose.
Of course not. It was
Will you
infantile.
stop interrupting my
All right,
niceness?
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I got a little niceness.
It was ridiculous.
Niceness,
You don't break up a relationship.
But I'm bringing a point out. I admitted that, and I'll say it till I drop. I will live to regret that day that I blew my sack. And I know it. If I ran and say, God forbid, for something, they would throw that tape. And
all right, you lost it. Whatever the reason.
But I deserved it.
Right.
I'm not saying no. But when your father says, keep him off the show,
yes.
then that's war. That's
right.
war.
Right.
That's war.
Right.
Because your father wouldn't say that. Your father
he said it.
Oh, yeah. Do me a favor,
ask him.
please.
Get my father on the phone, Gary.
Weren't you
he did.
at
He said
that
it.
point?
He was hurt by you.
All right.
Your
father hurt by me by what? Because
he didn't like
son? Then what kind of a father you have if your father can't handle it? Just somebody told his son the truth.
He felt
it.
No, he doesn't feel you told me the truth.
The truth or not is in question because
Talking when I'm talking to him.
What?
I don't know who to listen to fight. You see, that's why they confuse you. See, she turns around, she's showing you mirrors. You see 7 Pat Coopers, and he comes in and bops you.
No, my father was hurt. My father was hurt by
what you were saying about his son was really horrible.
Well, you still talking? She don't stop.
He says, you were nice to Pat. He goes, you were a gentleman to Pat. My father said I was a gentleman. I was a gentleman.
Your father never called you a gentleman since I can remember.
He did. My father said I was a gentleman.
No, your father should have told you if he's your father.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep you out of the fire. Don't be stupid, Howard. The man is your friend. You can't do this forever.
My father said you were crazy. He said you were crazy.
He said you were crazy. That's a lawsuit.
He said you were crazy. You have to sue my father. He said you were crazy.
Is Johnny Cochran available? Is Johnny Cochran available?
There's no lawsuit if his judges listen to the show.
Right. Where's my father?
The line's busy.
It is. He's hiding.
You know why it's busy? Because he's got his lawyer.
Right. No, my father said, listen, Pat went off the deep end on this one. He felt you did.
I agree with you.
All right.
I'm agreeing. If your father said that, I said to you, I learned something by doing that. I said I will never. And I'm not lying to you. I went on to 37th Street. I walked from here, and they had this medical thing.
Yes.
I mean, I was livid.
And they hooked you up?
No, I said, how high is my blood pressure? The guy's looking, and he goes, you're 28 over 39 or 75. He said, normal. I said, I'm normal? I said, I just blew my stack. He said, you should always blow your stack. I was going to come back here again.
All right, listen, let's forget this already. We've been over it.
I've been trying to forget it for 20 minutes. You keep pumping, and then Mary Happiness, she jumps in, she jumps in.
Right. All right, listen, Pat, this is what we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
All right, we're going to take a commercial break.
Oh, now after all this, I blew my
what? We're going to take a commercial break.
9 up 10 if
Just going to mellow out. You want to do some news with us? We're going to be happy to have you here.
You said that an hour ago.
We'll try to work it back like into the old magic.
How are you feeling,
Howard?
How are you feeling about this reunion?
Listen, I love Pat. Excuse me.
I'm talking to Howard now.
I love you. I maintain through this whole thing. That I love Pat.
Yeah.
Now forget about. Now listen to me. As far as this show goes, this show comes first in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Absolutely.
This is my livelihood.
I agree with you. I respect that. What do you make the speeches?
She asked me a question. Can I answer it?
She asked you. You know what she said? Would you rehearse this last
No.
night?
She asked me how I'm feeling, and I'll tell you how I'm feeling.
Let me hear.
My feeling on Pat Cooper has always been the same. Okay. But I feel he's a terrific guest. Mm-hmm. That's why I always extend the show to him and say, Pat, anytime you got some time, would you please come in?
And I never denied it.
No, absolutely not. And the thing is that I feel very positive about Pat's appearances. Now, I know one thing when you mess with Pat Cooper. When you take him and you throw situations at him, it could end up blowing up in your face.
That's not true.
No. It could, no, listen. No, it could.
I'll bring those. Now, you'll never get me that hot.
I'll bring those 3 people in right now. I can get you right up there.
Commit suicide in the studio.
Okay, now listen.
Oh, boy.
Pat did precisely what Pat does, which makes him a great guest.
Yes.
He blew up. Mm-hmm. You never know what Pat.
That wasn't blowing up. That was
And this is what I wrote about you last night. I said, Pat could get mad at Lola Falana. He could get mad at Joan Rivers. He could get mad at me. Mm-hmm. That if you're going to have Pat on, you got to have him on under that premise.
Yeah, I got to tell you one thing. A couple of nights ago.
That's why I like him.
I ran into Freddie Roman.
Yeah.
What did he say?
And Freddie Roman was, people have been asking me this since Pat went off in the studio that day like that.
Right.
Was like, what is with this Pat Cooper?
Right. Oh, he wants to know,
What is with Pat Cooper? Yes, he says.
Okay. You tell Freddie Roman, number one.
Right, he's got an answer for him.
Number one, Freddie Roman is a schmoozer.
Right.
Wow. Okay? Freddie Roman is for Freddie Roman. Freddie Roman has not contributed an ounce of anything to anybody. Freddie Roman is a taker. He takes and he keeps taking. He gives nothing to nobody. Freddie Roman is the dean of the Friars. Freddie Roman belongs to a clique of people in the Friars who are selfish. They worry about themselves.
Right.
Freddie Roman did not come to the park last Saturday afternoon. I went to the park and I hated to go, but I went. But Freddie only goes when they're honoring Sinatra or Barbara Sinatra or the vice president.
Why were you there?
Goes there? I was there because there were kids there in the afternoon, and they asked me to go, and I went. And I said, where's Freddie? The dean will be here any minute. Freddie is out playing golf. That's not important enough for Freddie Roman. And let me tell Mr. Freddie Roman something.
Please.
Pat Cooper's a naturally talented man. I don't have to schmooze to get jobs. Next case, and get a neck.
Right. So here's the point. Here's the point.
Your dad's on the line.
Oh, is he good? All right. Now, please, the Pat Cooper water. Hi, Dad.
Deja vu.
Right.
Deja vu.
I feel like you guys left off just where you left off the last time.
How are you, Mr. Stein?
Fine, I'm so happy to talk to you.
Mr. Stein, let me hear that you hate my guts.
He didn't say he hated
I didn't say he said that.
He doesn't hate you. My father felt you were off the wall.
All right. I didn't say no.
All right.
But that wasn't the exact word you said.
You said
crazy.
To cut him loose.
You said,
my father said cut him loose. He said
did you
forget
say
about
that,
him.
Mr. Stein?
No, what I said.
Dad, did you say? He did. The man's senile. He did.
Pat's dancing.
Wait a second. What are you saying, Dad? Tell him.
First of all, I felt you guys were soulmates.
We are soulmates.
And I was upset that you had this little run-in.
Okay.
And I felt you overreacted.
I did. I agree with you, Mr. Stein.
He said cut him loose.
Mr. Stein,
yes.
I agree with you, but I know, and not knowing you too intimately, I know enough about your class from hearing you on the show that sometimes you criticize your son because he draws over the line. And many times I know as a father,
I wasn't over the
you must have said to him, maybe not my case, you must have said to him,
you're in show business.
You must have said, Howard, don't get too crazy.
When you two guys get together, you both go over the line.
Right. So there you go.
Thank you. So in other words, you didn't say cut me off.
All right, listen. They have asked me a question.
Look how fast he
They asked me.
Look how fast he runs away from me.
No, my father just told you. He thought you went over the line, and
Your father said we both went over the line.
I talked to him about it. No,
that Pat Cooper was crazy.
Yes, he did say he was crazy.
No.
He said he went over the
Your
line.
father never said I was crazy because your father would never use that word. He said you're nuts.
He's a gentleman on the air.
Well, what? Oh, no, now you're copping out that he did. No, you know what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
It's not his father.
What I felt was a lot of Howard's listeners like to pull his chain.
Right.
And there's a lot of times they say things that he personally did not hear or was part of. So I felt a lot of times you cannot react to something someone else says. If they say it to you directly, then you can react because you know it happened. They call him up on the phone, they tell him this guy said this guy said, and I love to see him take off on it.
That's right.
So my feeling was he didn't hear it, he didn't know, and period.
Oh, come on, you don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Mr. Stein, you're a classy man.
All right. Thank you, Dad.
Go back to playing jacks.
Yeah, go back to jacks. What?
I bet you're sorry you called.
I am. I don't know what you're talking about. You got the wisdom of Solomon and the hair of Burt Reynolds. Thank you. That's my father. It really helped me out. Thank you, Dad. Let me tell you something. You asked me how I feel about the return of Pat Cooper.
Okay.
All right. Here's my feeling.
Wait, what is the commercial?
No, I'm going to go right now. Here's the point, Pat. When I have you as a guest, you're good because you're unpredictable.
Now.
And if that means flying off the handle and running out of here, that's good radio for me. I like it. And it's good for you because people enjoy hearing you. So my point of view is, as I maintained all along, that Pat was always welcome back on the show, and I'm glad to have Pat back on the show.
I just meant on a personal level. How are you?
On a personal level, I'm very happy to have Pat back on the show. I felt that Pat was a nice guy.
See, you're still talking show.
Oh, as a friend?
I mean,
I'm happy to have Pat here.
A warm feeling.
I'm happy
friends
to have
friends, Robin.
I don't think
not
so.
part-time. When you turn around and said, I told somebody to call you, that's not a friend. That's part-time. That's garbage. I don't tell my people to tell your people to tell his people. I tell you right to your face. You are got to turn around, pick up a phone and say, hiya, Pat.
But Pat,
I'm Robin Quivers. I don't want to hear from Joe and Nick and Sal.
Listen, we all miss Pat except
Start
Fred.
with me, Robin.
Fred was the only
And I read your book. Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Fred was the only one that didn't miss Pat.
See, Freddie, I'm going to talk about Freddie.
You know
Freddie, I accept Freddie. You know why?
Why?
Freddie is always
because he doesn't do anything.
No, Freddie's always been Freddie.
Yeah.
Freddie turns around, he raises a thing, he raises that, a noise comes in, and Freddie don't call nobody. Freddie's deaf Freddie.
Right.
I forgive
Oh, Fred, you forgive.
Jackie, I forgive because Jackie's selling.
Yeah.
He's got to stand here, he's got to stand at the feast, he's got to stand there. I respect that. Jackie's got to make a living. Because
Right.
his wife likes that kind of living style. He's got to keep up to it, and I
Right.
respect that. Am I right? Yes. You're a seller.
Oh, him you like. That's the guy who stabbed you right in the back.
I follow him in every club, and I said, that guy comes in here with a
No,
shopping.
I'm happy to have Pat back on the show.
Yes, I still
On a
feel
personal
that
level-
secretly down deep, you were very hurt by Pat.
He
Yeah,
was.
I
I
was.
was hurt too. What about my deepness?
I don't know you.
What about my deepness?
Sitting here with him.
Well, because you know why? Look, I got news to you. If he was working for me, he's out of the picture.
All right, very good. All right, listen, Pat, let's
News,
take a
news,
break.
news.
Let's take a break. We'll do
I
the
still
news.
don't understand who I normally call that I was dissing Pat when I didn't call.
Pat doesn't understand. We don't call anybody.
That's right.
The
I
show,
know.
But I gotta call you.
if we don't have those relations, you don't have to call me.
I gotta call you. Oh,
It's business.
I see, baby. I gotta call
But
you.
how would I book the show? I know you now 100 years, and I say to you, Pat, call whenever you want to come on. How much nicer can you be?
What about my humility?
What?
What about somebody say, Pat?
I tell you what,
are you
Pat.
doing next Thursday? Would you like to come on? Well, I say, gee, they thought about me. No, I gotta
in
think
your
about it.
business,
They think about me.
no, in your business, listen to me, listen to me.
How do we know when you're in
your,
town? I'm not talking to you.
In your business, Pat, you have certain dates that you work around.
Yeah.
It's better for you to come on here when you're on in Vegas or something like
You're
that.
right, absolutely. You know what I'm doing from now on?
What?
I'm going to stay in limbo.
Good.
And when you decide,
Okay.
you call. Say,
Okay.
Pat, what
You
do
wanna
want?
work it that way?
I'm in limbo. Like I said, no, I'll call up Gary. I got a couple of. I don't come
Here's
here.
the way it should have
I
worked.
don't come here to plug anything.
No, here's the way it
Although
should have
I want
worked.
to plug something. I mean, if I got to work this hard.
Right. If he, listen, you know what I'm
do you
talking
wear those
about.
glasses for? It's like talking to a
I look a lot better this way.
geez.
If I'm not as handsome as you.
You're
If
not-
I,
no, forget
listen,
my
no,
handsome.
you're a good looking man.
I'm fair. I'm
If you know the truth,
Yeah.
if you really think about it, for guys, all the comics that I have on this show, guys who are comedians, they work certain dates.
Yeah.
So I always say to them, if they're killer performers like Pat or some of these other guys, I say to them, listen, if you got a date or something, come in around your date. Because if I call you and you don't have a date, then all of a sudden you want to come on the following week, you've already, you blow your load, you've already been on.
Don't want to miss book.
So I say to Pat, listen, you have certain bookings around, so you could say to these guys, hey, I'm going to go on Stern, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So that's why I leave it open to you.
I agree.
That's it. Oh,
Okay.
all right. If you think that's insulting,
What about a come on?
I'm
And by the way,
right.
I went to bat for you when the Snapple thing turned around against you.
Did you?
Well, that's Wendy Kaufman. I went nuts. I said, how could they do this to this guy?
Well, thank
He
you.
was
That's
in a room
unfair.
by himself.
I
but
said,
he
that's
was
unfair. He made
But
that soda.
Thank
whatever
you.
call
Well,
it.
they'll
By the way-
they'll
by the
get
way-
theirs. All right, listen to me.
Commercial.
Let me take a break.
This is the worst water I've ever drank.
This is going to be one uncomfortable commercial break.
Well, oh, yeah, and you're telling me you're lying. I love Pat. I'm happy he's here.
I am happy Pat's here. I'm
you're
not lying.
hurt. You're deep down hurt.
No, I'm not.
He's I gotta be hurt.
Yes,
He's human.
you are hurt.
Let me tell you something.
Deeply hurt.
I'm beyond hurt. Listen to
He
me.
walks on water now. Look at that.
Listen to this. Look, don't matter. You know what? You want to know something? Everything to me is the show. We have a
There's a
relationship on
human
the show.
being in there, and you hurt him.
I don't
Pat.
bother you outside the show.
No, I don't bother you. Do I bother you?
No.
Of course not. I wouldn't bother you.
That's why you got to say, here's a guy.
You have Jerry Lewis over your house. Do you invite me? I don't go over your house.
Chuck Norris.
You have Jerry Lewis over your show. You don't invite me.
Jerry Lewis came over because he lives right by me.
Well, okay.
You live by me.
You don't have me,
Oh,
though.
you got to move to Pat's neighborhood.
Oh, I got to move to Pat's neighborhood to get an invite.
You're not able to get surprised to
All
see
right.
my home.
Really?
You're not able to get surprised, pal. I may look like a croolie, but I got furniture.
I bet you do. All right. Listen, you got to calm down.
I have to say I am calm.
All right. We're going to take a break. Robin, we're going to take a break.
Commercials.
Yes.
And then after the break, we
I'm
will
going
do
to
the
call
news.
Pat. I'm going to go out to the green room and call Pat.
You won't take your call.
Probably not. I probably won't be home.
You know, one day we're just going to read in the paper that your brains blew apart.
Probably.
But you just healed him.
Probably.
You're almost as bad as I am.
I am not proud of the way I lose my temper. It's terrible. I've been doing that since I'm a kid.
No, I do the same thing, but I'm working on it.
Well, no. You're making a living on it. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
You're doing it quietly.
Well, I had one time I was calm on the show. I was getting minor laughs. They said, Pat, what happened to you? And aren't you happy?
No.
If I don't yell, my wife goes, what happened? You don't feel good?
It's
I
true.
get up in the morning, I go, good morning.
Do you yell at your wife?
I yell at everybody.
Because I know she was more nervous about this than anybody.
Well, because my wife is not the biggest fan of your show.
I know.
And,
I know.
and you know why?
And,
let me tell you why.
that's all right.
Let me tell you why.
Yes.
Because she felt that you abused her husband, which is understandable.
It was comfortable for us calling his home
Having his wife.
Having his
Who's
wife
us?
answer the phone.
Who's us?
I
Gary
make the calls
Dell'Abate
with
called
Gary.
me. Not us. Not us. Gary Dell'Abate called me. Not us. All of a sudden now she wants a piece of the pizza that she didn't pay for. I love this girl. I love this girl. Get on a horse.
Who do you think
Get on a horse.
tells him to make
Busting my
the call?
galoots.
Who do you think tells him to make the call?
Let's take a
now
break.
you're the boss of the calls. Look what she does for a living.
Let's take a break.
But we got you with your father.
No, you didn't.
Father, I love your father.
My
Your
father's a
my
pussy.
idol now.
My father's a lying pussy.
No, your father's a classy man.
Ah.
All I know.
Are you going to do the commercial?
My father, I'm never
I
talking
have
to
one
again.
Final thing to say. I run the birthday show, Pat. And that's what we were calling about. So if Gary Dell'Abate is calling you,
Dell'Abate. Yes. All right. Enough.
he is getting that order from me.
What?
You call me no birthday. Call me. You want to know if I wanted to be a part of your giving away.
All right. Forget
it.
it.
Was the
Forget
birthday
it.
show.
Why do you switch
it's
things? You
the
make a great
birthday
lawyer.
show we were
You and
talking
Johnny
about.
Cochran should get together.
All right. Look, I got to take a break. This is crazy. I got to take a break.
You take a break.
You're killing me.
Absolutely
I'm
right.
not killing nobody. I'm
All right.
only here to survive.
You think anyone wants to take a break and be alone with you?
That's why I asked him how he felt.
That's right.
Is she coming in here?
All right. Let's take a break.
Very good.
Let's see if cooler heads can prevail. All right. Right after these words.
Who this?
Cash.App, $MilkCratemarauder. Venmo, @MilkCratemarauder.
You stupid bastard.